Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
Despite the whiteout conditions, the winter weather advisory, bringing the visiting Potsdam Bears into the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Welcome in. I'm Eddie McAlpine, joined by Logan Weingartner and Parker Voris. Gentlemen, besides cold, how are we feeling tonight?
Yeah, Eddie, this should be a great one at the Deb as we cap off the first week of our semester with a great night of hockey. Team coming in from the North Country. Expect the Deb to be rocking tonight.
Yeah, couldn't be more happy to be here on the first with you two guys and watch the Lakers take on the Potsdam Bears in the Deb tonight. Should be a good SUNYAC matchup, guys.
No, these two are not too unfamiliar with each other. The 115th meeting between these two squads out of the SUNYAC, and it's no secret, the Lakers have been pretty historically dominant when it comes to playing the Potsdam Bears. However, Potsdam didn't come just to throw in the towel. Logan, you want to tell me a little bit more about the Potsdam Bears?
Yeah, Potsdam is coming off a 3-3 tie with the Canton Kangaroos, who are near the top of the SUNYAC in a lot of categories. They've been outscored 13-4 in their last 3 games, however, so they need to be back on top of their game on both offense and defense. Their defense has kind of let up, has been eluded in the last 3 games, which have been against Skidmore, Plattsburgh, and Canton, who Oswego will play tomorrow. So as the SUNYAC race tightens as we near the end of the season, Potsdam needs to be at the top of their game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Parker, what can you tell me about the hometown Oswego Lakers?
Yeah, the Oswego State Lakers are coming into this one off a 4-4 tie against Nazareth. They lost 5-4 in a shootout, and Nazareth out of conference, so it doesn't impact the SUNYAC standings. But Nazareth struck early, but Oswego responded with 3 unanswered. Oswego unfortunately couldn't get the job done, and a tough result for the number 1 4-ranked team in the nation, losing to an unranked opponent, especially in their home barn. A common theme for both these teams, they had a tie in their last games, looking to come out with a win tonight, Eddie.
Yeah, both teams looking to bounce back here tonight. We're set for a great matchup, but we've got our ringside reporter, Emily Mike, on the move. Emily, tell us more about the stakes behind the skates.
Thanks, Eddie. Now, the Lakers and the Bears have fought tooth and nail for just under the last 50 years. The Oswego State Lakers currently hold 81 wins, 29 losses, and 4 ties over the Potsdam Bears. Now, this hasn't been the first time that they've come to the Deb. The Bears started out the year defeating the Lakers in an overtime shootout on their home ice and ended the year with a 2-4 loss at home as well. The last time Potsdam visited SUNY Oswego was in 2024, where they lost 1-6. But we'll see what happens tonight. I'll throw it back to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. Let's quickly highlight the last matchup between these two teams. It was just a few months ago, November 22nd. One of the first games the Lakers played this season. They took that one 4-2 in Potsdam territory, and at the time they were still undefeated. Lakers moved to 6-0 at that point in the season. It was Connor Gatto, Matt McQuaid, Josh Simpson, and Colin Vasilov scoring, and like I said, it kept them undefeated at that point in time. So the Potsdam Bears looking to take back another win as the SUNYAC season approaches. Parker, what can you tell me about the last time out?
Yeah, like you were talking about, Eddie, the last time they played, Oswego won 4-2, and like Emily was touching on, it's been a challenge for the Bears against the Lakers. The last time the Bears outright won against the Lakers was in 2018. Eddie, I was in 8th grade that last time the Lakers...
It was a while ago.
Yeah, the last time the Lakers lost to the Potsdam Bears. But the Bears, every SUNYAC matchup is going to be a tough one. They're not going to be an easy opponent for the Lakers to take care of tonight. It's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. Now, it's a special matchup. Let's talk special teams. Logan, what can you tell me about the Oswego power play?
Yeah, the Oswego power play, we know if you've sat at the Deb or watched from home, it's no secret that they have one of the strongest power plays in the SUNYAC. Their conversion rate is 28%, which is the second best mark in the SUNYAC behind, I mean, you can guess it, the Hobart Statesmen, who are undefeated to this point. Oswego going to have a lot to overcome them, but it's no secret again that Oswego has such a powerful and lethal power play. They have a lot of depth that they can roll out if Potsdam gets in penalty trouble.
Yeah, speaking of trouble, Parker, the Bears have had some trouble kind of finding their rhythm here. in the power play. Tell me more about their special teams.
Yeah, it's been a struggle all season for the Potsdam Bears. Like you saw there on the screen, 14% conversion rate on the power play, which is 6th in the SUNY out of 9 teams. They've really struggled this season scoring on the power play. And when it comes to the penalty kill, 73.7%, which is second worst in the SUNY. So if Oswego has a power play chance, Eddie, I like their chances to convert on it.
Absolutely. Hopefully we don't struggle throwing to break here. We'll be right back on WTOP 10.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan I've played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that. Let me finish.
No,
let me finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked! You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
Gordon Ramsay can see here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah. Yeah.
Gentlemen, that number 1 had himself a couple debuts here in the Lakers starting line, so it's about time we announce the starting lines for tonight's game. Logan, who's out there first for the Oswego Lakers?
Yeah, for the home squad, Oswego State Lakers, it is a very balanced lineup, Eddie. They're rolling out Simons, Fudger, and Ergo on the offensive side, 3 players who have combined for 8 points. And on the defensive side, it's really a force to be reckoned with, as you have Drake, Semred, and Cooper combining for 31 blocks, with Cooper really being the force there, and Semred also being a force. Those two are very good. Potsdam will have a lot to handle when they try to get back into their zone, and in the net is Brandon Milliberg, who came in last game for Michael Manzi, the experienced third-year Oswego State player. Oswego, again, a very balanced lineup to start out tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure the Lakers are happy to have Cam Simons back. He missed last game. He's got a goal and 2 assists on the season. Parker, who are the Bears rolling out there for their matchup here tonight?
Yeah, for the Bears, their first line and their starting lineups, starting with number 24, Ryan Malemeister, number 7, Mason Hohen, number 29, Owen Watson. Those 3 are the first line, and between those 3 players, 34 points on the season. And then for the starting defensemen, number 2, Michael Campbell, and number 5, Rocco Seri, and the goalie, number 28, Lenny Perrano.
Now that we know who's out there, it would be my honor to debut a new segment here on the WTOP 10 pregame show, Parker's Picks. Parker, walk us through your game picks for tonight. The first time ever, Parker's Picks. Take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to have some fun with this one. I love the graphic up there. Shout out for the graphic there. Thank you to Mars. But starting with the first pick, Matt McQuaid, anytime goal scorer. He scored a goal in 3 of his last 5 games and has been the leader for the Lakers this season. He's been on a tear points-wise, having 14 points in his last 10 games. And number 2 is going to be Lakers power play goal. In the Lakers' last 5 games, they scored a power play goal 4 out of their last 5 games and have a power play conversion of 28%, like we touched on earlier. And last time these two teams played, Potsdam had 3 penalties, and the Lakers went 1 for 3 on them. And then my last one, Bears under 2 goals. The Lakers allow their opponents to only score 2 goals a game, and in their last game against Potsdam, the Bears scored 2 goals. I think this time the Bears only get 1, maybe 0, with Milberg in the net, who has been on lockdown when he's been between the pipes for the Lakers this season.
Parker, thank you very much. I'm super excited to have that segment for the rest of the season. You know what my pick is? I pick that we toss things to our ringside reporter once again, Emily Mike. Emily, what do you got for us?
Thank you. Now, if you've seen SUNY Oswego on the news this week, you'll know that we've had a chilling amount of snow in the area, with over a foot of that being on Wednesday and Thursday night. This is just on the heels of a 1,300-mile snow ban spanning the U.S. But despite the icy week, we are still here with hockey fans ready for some action. And I'm here with one of them. This is...
I'm Nick Lopresto.
So, Nick, how was your walk to the Deb today?
It was icy and snowy, but I made it through. A little bit slip and slide, but I'm here.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, Nick. What are you most excited to see tonight in this game?
I'm excited to see us win. We have to win. We lost last time, so we have to win this time.
Well, you heard it here. I'll throw it back to you guys at the perch, but I guess our fans are expecting a win. We'll see ya.
Emily, thank you. Great interview there. I'm with him, guys. I want to see the Lakers win. I was here on Tuesday for that, overtime, then the shootouts, and they dropped one. So, I mean, we're back in full swing here the second semester. I got to see the first Lakers win with class back in session.
Yeah, as do I. It'll be refreshing to see Oswego come back. That devastating loss. Nazareth upset the number 4 team in the nation in the Oswego State Lakers.
Absolutely. We are getting closer and closer to puck drop. When we come back, we'll send things to our boys in the press box. Keep it here on WTOP 10 TV.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk.
It's over!
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
as they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across it.
Yeah, we're polishing off the ice as puck drop is getting closer and closer. We will be joining you again momentarily, but first, we're going to send things to our boys in the press box, Kenny Gerard and Lucas McGarry. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, everyone, and welcome into the Celia Press Box. I'm Kenny Gerard, joined by my good friend, Lucas McGarry. And Lucas, it's a long time coming, but we've never called hockey together, so how are you?
No, we haven't. It's a very, very special night indeed for the both of us, the two Laker Connections kids, moving up, and while we're calling some hockey, I'm very, very excited. I haven't called hockey in a little bit, so I am super happy that I'm doing it with Kenny Gerard.
Well, I mean, we had to get it done before we graduate. It's our last semester, so we're going to have some fun. But speaking of having some fun, let's talk into the goalie comparison, and let's look at the net minders in net tonight. For Oswego is number 33, Brandon Milberg, and number 28, Lenny Perno for Potsdam. Lucas, take me through it. What's the X factor in this one here?
Well, yeah, for Oswego Milberg, they're going with a real change of pace. They've been with Manzi, they've been with McCarthy all year. He's just played 4 games this year, only 2 starts, and in that time, he's only allowed 2 goals in 189 minutes for a 97.1 save percentage. The senior absolutely has it in him to get the W. He just has to remember his old ways and get back to true form. And then for Lenny Perno, they're sticking with their go-to guy, the junior from Rochester. This season, he started 12 games for the Bears. He's allowing a little more than 3 goals a game, currently with 375 saves, adding up to a 91.5 save percentage, a stout goaltender, but against an Oswego team that averages almost 4 goals a game, it could be a really rough night for him.
And Lenny Perno, a guy that can stand in his head, we know he's really good. But let's go back to Milberg. Now, he won the SUNY championship with Oswego last year against Plattsburgh, and coming into these last 2 games, Oswego went down 4-1 with Manzi in net. They made the change at net with Ed Gosick. They put in Brandon Milberg, and they come away with a tie that lost in a shootout last time at against Nazareth at home, and then in Plattsburgh, they beat the age-old rival 5-4. So tell me about that. Like, I mean, you come into a game to start different than coming in midway through the second.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Milberg hasn't played too much during this season, and I'm glad that now he has finally found himself. He's back into his form that he was at when he won that SUNY title last year, and now that he is back, I don't think he's going to be missing a beat. He has been super strong. He was super strong last year, and I have a feeling that he is going to be back right to his old ways as we get into this one.
And Perno's dominant for Potsdam and Oswego. You really can't go wrong what netminder you choose, but I said the word X Factor a little bit earlier into our conversation about the goalies. Well, let's talk about some of our X Factor players. You know what, Lucas? I'm feeling nice. You want to go first?
I absolutely will go first. My expert tonight on Oswego, I'm going with your guy, the Oswego vet, Brett Fudger, number 91, only played in 8 games so far this season. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists, but tonight he is getting some first-line minutes. Very happy for Brett Fudger. Super excited for him, and I am sure that he is going to make a difference here tonight. And then, excuse me, you want to go first for Oswego? Or?
No, go ahead. Go Potsdam.
All right, I'll go right into my Potsdam X Factor then. I'm going to go with the junior defenseman, Eli Dyerwood. He's 4th on the team in points with 3 goals and 8 assists, but more importantly, he has 39 blocks this season, which is a team high, a true all-around player on both ends of the ice.
Well, for me, for Oswego, it's got to be number 10, Tommy Bannister. He was a late night scratch in the last game on Tuesday. He was supposed to play and then got off due to emergency, but he has 6 goals, 9 assists on the season, puts him at 15 points, and he's got 5 points in his last 3 games. Now, something I looked at with our X Factor players was penalties and penalty minutes served. In order to be an X Factor, you have to be on the ice, right? So Tommy Bannister this year only has 1 penalty against him for 2 penalty minutes. So he's on the ice almost all game, every game, makes him an X Factor for this Oswego team. If he can get an assist or get one in the back of the net, it could be sure to give Oswego an advantage. Now for Potsdam, I took number 29, Owen Watson. He has 5 goals, 8 assists. That puts him at 13 points. And much like Bannister, he's not spending much time in the sin bin, only 2 penalties on the year for a grand total of 4 penalty minutes. He's got 3 points in his last 2 games. So both these players are dominant, but the huge thing for both of them is they can stay on the ice, and that's really important. I mean, it sounds so obvious and stupid to say, but if you're not on the ice, you can't contribute. Well, they're on the ice, so they're going to contribute.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely. Oh, sorry.
No.
Absolutely. I mean, the stats don't lie. Like you said, staying out of the sin bin means you're on the ice more. And I like what you're going for there is the less penalty guys are going to be the ones that make a difference, because if you're in the sin bin all the time, you're not contributing much out on the ice. So I love what you did there.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about our box bets. So we're both going to make a prediction for this game. I'm going to wildly guess you're supposed to go first, so you're going to go. We've got, I don't know, a while. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm first. Oh, you told me I'm first.
Okay.
Right. Oh, man, I was sick of being nice,
right
I
ahead,
guess.
sir.
Well, I don't know. With Brandon Milberg in net, I mean, he's only allowing .73 goals per game. It's not likely he allows one tonight against Potsdam. I'm going to go with 5-0 Oswego. I think it's going to be a trouncing. The Lakers are going to walk away victorious. If those players can stay on the ice and their first line does their job, and as well as even the fourth line, I think the Lakers walk away with an easy 5-0 victory and continue to hold strong in the SUNY.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you too much. I also think Oswego is going to win in pretty dominant fashion. I'm going 4-1 Lakers. You're talking about Milberg. I think he's got to shake off a little bit of rust. Maybe a third period goal he lets up. But I think Oswego takes a 4-0 commanding lead at some point, and Potsdam just gets a goal back right at the end, try and get a little bit of life. But overall, I think Oswego dominates this game.
I guess something else I could point out to you, Lucas, you can tell me how you feel about it. I have a sheet of stats. Look at that. So Oswego leads in every category.
Yeah,
like everyone.
absolutely.
We got goals
100%.
per game, power play percentage, face-off win, penalties per game, and the penalty kill. what does Potsdam got to do to have a chance this one? When you look at it on paper, it looks like Oswego could walk away with it, but it's not impossible for Potsdam to come in and win this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you got to go in with the mindset that it's a college game, and in college games, anyone can beat anyone. There is no direct winner. No one is certain to win. You can't place bets on these guys.
No.
It is not a win or go home situation in D3. You can lose at any level, and I think Oswego, you cannot. I forgot the word, but you cannot. You can't take them easily, basically. What you say? I completely blanked.
You can't overlook them.
Yes, do not overlook
Lucas,
Potsdam.
we're gonna let you stop talking, and we're gonna go to break.
Okay,
right?
sounds good.
We're gonna go to
Don't
a quick
overlook
break.
Potsdam.
We're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for picks, players to watch, and puck drop. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
The Little Lakers lining the ice as we are getting closer and closer to puck drop. There's potential that one of them is our player to watch in the future, but for tonight, let's talk about our players to watch for this game. Logan, I'll start with you. Who are you looking for on the hometown Oswego Lakers?
Yeah, well, you guys must have read my scouting report because I'm going to have also number 10 Tommy Bannister, the senior forward, has had at least 1 point in 10 of the last 11 games that he's appeared in. He did not check into Tuesday's game against Nazareth in the shootout loss and had 1 assist and 3 shots against Potsdam on November 2nd, 2025. So the Clayton native will be hoping to bury one tonight with 6 goals, 9 assists, and 31 shots on the season.
Great insight, Wine. Parker, over to you. Who are you looking for the Lakers?
Yeah, for the Lakers, I'm going with the captain, number 12, Matt McQuaid, recently named SUNY Player of the Week. He had 2 assists in the loss in the tie to Nazareth in their last game, second on the team in assists just behind Travis Baker. He's tied for 4th in the SUNY in assists. He's the team captain, emotional leader. If Oswego wants to bounce back tonight, it usually starts with their captain.
Yeah, McQuaid leading the team in points with 19. He's got 7 goals, 12 assists, including 9 points in his last 5 games. Great pick there. Now, who are you looking at for the visiting Potsdam Bears?
Yeah, for the Bears, I'm going with Owen Watson, number 29. Recorded 2 assists versus SUNY Canton, tied for 2nd on the team in assists with 8. He's 2nd on the Bears in total points. He's been the primary offensive catalyst for the Potsdam Bears. Everything Potsdam does offensively tends to flow through Owen Watson, Eddie.
Yeah, Watson doing the little things right. He's got a game-winning goal and a power play goal for the Bears this season. Leading me to your pick, Wine. Who are you looking at for Potsdam?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with, as they said, sophomore defenseman number 27, Eli Dughart-Wood, who does a little bit of everything. Number 27 has contributed 3 goals, 8 assists, and a whopping 39 blocks, which leads the team in blocks. so expect him to be everywhere on the ice, contributing in multiple departments and hustling every single place.
Logan, they must have been looking at your notes or something during prep because they got both of your players to watch over there in the press box. We'll have to chew them out for that after this one. As you said, Dogart Wood, he's got the team leader in blocks. He's also got 3 goals, 8 assists, and 2 consecutive games with an assist. So the defenseman getting it done on the offensive end, we'll definitely have to watch for him tonight. Guys, let's get some game picks in. You know, we're just about, puck drops just a few moments away here. It's a SUNY matchup. Logan, I'll start with you. Give me your game pick for tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to expect Oswego. They're coming into this one with a lot of urgency on the shootout loss. I think they're going to win 4-2-1. The offense of the Lakers will be too potent for Potsdam to handle. The defense also in that same vein.
Parker, over to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lakers 5-2 tonight against the Potsdam Bears. I think the Lakers are going to dominate this one throughout. It's going to be a tough one for the Bears, who haven't won against the Lakers at home since 2018.
Yeah, I said it Tuesday when I was here. I'll say it again. Normally, I would love to play devil's advocate, but the proof is in the pudding. The stats don't lie. Lakers, I'm taking them, we'll say 5-1, guys. 5-1. Milberg's in net. Tommy Bannister's back. They're coming off a loss, and they're 4th ranked for a reason. So I'm taking the Lakers tonight. We'll see what happens. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, the opening face-off at center ice right here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Puck drop is next, right here on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked! You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
Gordon Ramsay in the sea here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of all the questions. Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you? Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises and tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome to the State League Press Box here on WTOP 10. I am Kenny Gerard, coincided by the good friend I have, Lucas McGarry, as we are ready to get underway. We'll be providing your play-by-play commentary for the evening. Lucas will be your color commentary. Now, Lucas, Oswego State, the number 4 team in the USCHO poll, dominant so far this season. And for Potsdam, a team that cannot be underestimated.
Absolutely not. I finally found the word while we were in break. Oswego, you do not want to underestimate Potsdam. There we go. However, like we were talking about, Oswego has been so dominant all year long. 13-2-2, 10-1-0, second in the SUNYAC. But who are they behind in the SUNYAC? The ever dominant Hobart Statesmen, who just seem to not lose, can't make any mistakes whatsoever. That is who Oswego is forever chasing in this SUNYAC division from this point forward, with that being their only loss so far. But Potsdam with a huge chance here to completely mess up these SUNYAC rankings.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. Oswego the best from last season in the SUNYAC, and Hobart the best in the nation for the last 3. Oswego still trying to chase them to get to the top of the SUNYAC, but we are underway between the Oswego State Lakers and the Potsdam Bears. And off to a quick start, Oswego with possession of the puck. It's Mike Ergo who dumps it across the boards all the way down to the far side corner. Simons chases, poked away by Suri. Suri and Simons tangled up on the backside boards. Simons loses it, poked away, gets a stick on it again. And Potsdam gets possession and knocks it across the blue line. That'll force the Lakers to reset. Dump past the netminder, Lenny Perno for Potsdam. Here's Gatto with an open lane. Shot goes wide. That comes back to the near side. Simpson on the rebound. 2-on-2 board battle. Campbell loses it. That one's up to Miller. Miller has it, takes a shot straight to the chest. Puck still bouncing, and it's knocked away by Potsdam. And Campbell gets it out of there, and the Lakers will reset it in the neutral zone. Campbell gets it back for Potsdam, and they'll get possession of the puck for, we'll call it the first time of the night, real possession of it. Back down to the Lakers zone. They'll go for a change, and Simpson will pick it up for Oswego to get possession back again for the Lakers. Baker dumps it up over to Gatto. Gatto looks for a lane. Takes a shot, and that one's off the chest to Perno. And in front of the student section, filled up again now that the students are back on campus. First day of classes was today, unironically 4 days of virtual classes due to the snow that's been in central New York. But we're back at it, and the students are excited to see some Oswego State hockey. First weekend game. Here come the Lakers again. Nice move in front, goes behind the net. Ryan with the rebound. Ryan will take it around the far side boards. Ryan pass back. Vossalo chases up for it. And Burke with it now for Oswego. Near the face-off circle, he'll pass back. That's over to Gilmore. Gilmore takes around right down the middle. Back to the other side, and it gets poked away in front. And Watson gets it away, goes back to Burke. Burke will dump it around the boards. Back over to Ryan. Ryan pass, broken up by Potsdam, and here come the Bears now. That's stolen away again by the Lakers from Bala and knocked out of the zone.
Oswego is playing such an aggressive style of offense right now. I really love it. They are pressuring Lenny Perno early. They know if they can get to him, he will struggle, but you just need to break through that first line of defense because he is still a very stout defender. Lenny Perno is. However, if you can get through, score a couple goals on him, he is wide open.
Yeah, center ice face-off is won by the Bears and stolen away quickly by McQuaid and the Lakers. Here's Horchak with it now down the far side. Perno comes out of net to stop it. And Perno will pass back. It's in! And the Lakers strike first.
Yeah, that was pretty textbook from the Lakers. Lenny Perno was just completely out of position there. Went to go back to grab the puck. And unfortunately, there was more Lakers there than Potsdam Bears there. He had no backup. That's really not on him except for the fact that he went back to go grab the puck, but he lost it. It's just a great pass into the right. Beautiful shot there. And Oswego's already up 1-0, and I have a feeling that this is just getting started.
You could hear the shock in my voice. Couldn't even believe it went in. I couldn't even believe how far the net he was. I was looking at Perno. But nevertheless, the Lakers score first. It's going to be Cohen who is credited for the goal, and it's 1-0 Oswego with just less than 3 minutes off the clock. And this one's blown dead as the doors get blown open in the corner. That's not something you see every day.
Heard that from up here. That rumbled the whole arena.
Yeah. Man, it's been an interesting start to this one, Lucas. A lot of physicality. A quick goal by the Lakers, already up 1-0 against Potsdam.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously what you expected from this elite offense like Oswego, but Potsdam making a mistake early, it's not what you want to see.
Lakers within front. That one's broken up for Simons. And Potsdam gets it across the blue line. They'll go all 50 feet down to their own zone. And here's Baker, passes it off the boards over to Simpson. Lakers trying to get possession back on their own end. They get it. Now here goes Simons taking the other way, 50 feet to the face-off circle. Loses an edge, going for it. Puck still loose, and Potsdam gets it back. And Kilmurray will take it up the ice for the Bears. Kilmurray makes the move. He'll pass it over and off the boards from O'Brien. Kilmurray with an out down low. Near side boards, poking for it is the Lakers. And O'Brien's pass is broken up. Fudger goes to collect for the Lakers. And Oswego in possession once again. They'll take it through neutral ice. Here come the Lakers now with Ergo. Takes a shot, and that's into the glove of Perno, who doesn't freeze it, and he'll pass it up to Suri, and we'll keep going. Suri cross ice pass to nobody off the glass, and this one will be blown dead on the icing.
Yeah, Oswego has just been so overwhelming right now on Potsdam. They already got 8 shots now. Or excuse me, 7 shots, 4 on goal. So a really, really impressive start for Oswego. They already are up 1-0. They're doing everything right now. You see on the replay here, another good shot. They're just peppering Perno over and over and over again. And at some point, he's going to be overwhelmed. He needs some help on defense, and Potsdam Bears have to give him that.
Face off in the Potsdam end goes to the Bears. That one's broken up from Felix, and Gatto gets it back in the offensive end for Oswego. Takes a shot into Perno, and he'll freeze it after making the save. You know something nice, Lucas, in the arena? We'll shout out ourselves a little bit. See our live feed on the Jumbotron now. Replays in the arena, a new addition for WTOP 10, and all the folks at home don't really know that, but people here do, so.
Yeah, no, it's we figured it out. We could do it a little while over break. And it's a really nice change, and I feel like for the fans that are here, they can all watch replays now instead of leaving it up in the air or quickly going onto our YouTube page. Now they just have free opportunity to watch right then and there.
It's crazy what some peace and quiet will do over break. Lakers with the puck now in the offensive end. That was up to Gilmore. Takes a shot that goes wide left of the net. Gatto goes for the rebound, but poked away by Hohen. And Potsdam with it again. Bears in possession in their own end, trying to get something going and get to the offensive end and get a shot off on Milberg, who has yet to see a shot. Brandon Milberg again in net for the Lakers tonight. 3-0-1 on the season, a .73 goals per game allowed. That is incredibly low, and that puts him at a 97.1% save percentage with a total of 68 saves on the season.
He gets a couple more games in him. Those stats, they're going to continue to climb, and at some point they're going to have to put him in the upper charts of the SUNY goalie rankings if he continues to play more and Gosick starts putting him into these games in the high-end matchups.
Speaking of Milberg, he'll come out of net to stop the puck after the center ice faceoff, and Lakers lose possession to Potsdam in the offensive end for the Bears. And Malmeister can't keep a stick on it, poked away, and the Lakers steal it back again. Here comes Oswego charging down ice. Down into the corner, it's Vossilo. Ryan and Vossilo fighting for the puck, and Hohen gets it back for Potsdam. Pokes around the boards again. Into the corner, it's up to Cooper. Cooper over to Burke. Cooper takes a shot down the slot that goes up and into the crowd, and someone's going home with a souvenir.
Lucky souvenir. I got one from up in the perch one time. It got launched all the way up right into our perch, and it was a very nice souvenir that I still have in my room at home. But nice one for the Oswego fans that are here tonight.
You ever get hit in the head with one yet?
I have not.
That happened to me once.
Knock
freshman
on
year.
wood, cross my fingers. I would hate for that to happen.
Yeah, me too. Face-off is won by the Bears in their own end. And Cohen gets it for Oswego. And under the stick of McQuaid, but it goes up to Simpson. He'll keep it across the blue line. Back over to Simpson. He'll take a shot down Broadway. That one's blocked in front. And the Lakers regain possession with Cohen, who takes a shot. That one goes off of the pad. A Perno and under the stick of Baker and out of the zone. Simpson will collect at the wheel. Back over to McQuaid and over to Horacek down the near side. He'll dump it around the boards. Perno loses an edge coming out of the crease and will go right back. Sari gets it back for Potsdam over to Campbell. And Campbell will pass it to Cleo. And Gilmore will chase it down past Milberg and get possession back for Oswego. Off the skate of Baker, but he'll get possession back. Cross ice pass back over to Gilmore. That's up to Cohen near the bench. McQuaid comes in to help. Back over to Gilmore again. He'll pass over to Simons. And here comes Cam Simons down the far side. Can't keep a stick on it, poked away. Looks for a shot in front, wraparound, score! And an absolute beauty from Cam Simons, and it's 2-0 Oswego.
Kenny, all I can say is exactly what we just did when we mapped to each other in that sounds. That was wow. What an absolute beauty. Check it out right here from Cam Simons back to the goal, scoop right around Lenny Perno. And Perno just could not do anything about that. And we are just a couple minutes into this game. Oswego already up 2-0 on the Bears. Gas pedal on.
That one skips off top of the glass. 2-0 Oswego with just about 13:50 left here in the first. An incredibly hot start for the Lakers and a hot start for our predictions, giving 5 and 4 goals to the Lakers so far. Potsdam gets it across the blue line and into the offensive end. Gilmore being chased, and Hall gets a stick on it, goes back into neutral ice. And DeMoro will just dump it around the boards. Milberg will try to get a stick on it, but can't. Gilmore comes down the near side for it. And Hall with it now in front. Puck still loose and knocked out by the Lakers. Campbell knocks it down, takes a shot and a save by Brandon Milberg, and that was the best chance of the night so far for the Potsdam Bears.
Yeah, real big two-time test there for Brandon Milberg. That first shot right in front of him, he's able to drop his legs down and kick it out. And on that second one, just a nice grab right to the gut for him. Good 2 shots there from Potsdam. Good momentum. Those are the first couple shots they have on the game for them. That's really what you want to go. 2-0 down early. You got to get that offense moving.
Face-off goes nowhere, and then to the Lakers. Semrad with it now for Oswego. He'll take it out of the Oswego zone, and they'll pass it 50 feet through neutral ice and up to the Bears. And Hohen down the near side. Poked away by the Lakers. They'll take it back with Burke. Over to Drake Semrad, and then back up the near side over to Ryan. And Justin Ryan will pass up. And here comes Burke, makes a move. He'll pass. Ryan wide open, goes just wide of him. Would have been a good lane for the Lakers, and he'll get hit down into the boards. No penalty called. We'll play on. Here come the Bears. That one goes back across the face-off circle into the Oswego zone. That's back up to McQuaid. McQuaid loses that one to Daugherty. And the Bears take it down the far side, back and forth between both these squads. No one able to really get possession here. Good back check from both teams. Simpson with it now in the Oswego zone. He'll pass up to Baker. Baker's pass is off the skate of a Bear and drops down in neutral ice. McQuaid gets it. Offensive zone shot. That one goes wide. Horacek pass back over to McQuaid. McQuaid makes a move and a pass up to Baker. And the Bears steal it away, trying to get it back into neutral ice. And Simpson hits Clonow in the back, and Oswego will take it back with Cohen. Cohen makes a move going for the puck, and he'll dump it around the boards. And Blanchard comes in for Potsdam. It dumps it out of the zone. That's over to Hyen. Hyen will pass up to Brett Fudger. Fudger down the near side. He'll pass it around the boards. Simons chasing down the far side for it. Lays a hit. Gets to the puck, but loses the lumber on the ice. He'll come back for a new stick. And the Bears come away with it, and they'll take it down ice. Hyen comes to it. And penalty coming up. Looks to be against the Lakers. We'll see what the call exactly is.
Yeah, big time opportunity for Potsdam here. Gonna go on the 5-4 power play. This is exactly what they need if they're gonna have any chance of getting back into this game. You need to capitalize here. If you are the Potsdam Bears, get your best guys out there. And you need to capitalize right here.
Face off in the Lakers zone. That's won by the Bears, and they'll go on the power play. 5-on-4 advantage for the next 2 minutes for Potsdam. A good chance to get one behind Brandon Milberg and make this only a 1-goal deficit. Setting up is Daugherty. Daugherty will pass over. Daugherty with it now at the face-off circle. He'll pass over to Malmeister. Malmeister takes a shot block. Too much traffic in front. And shorthanded, the Lakers get possession up to Baker. And Baker will take it up ice, so the Lakers trying to get something going, and Potsdam quickly takes it back as they're outnumbered with Perron. And Perron knocks it down, tangled up at the face-off circle, and the Lakers come away with it. Gatto come down the near side boards for it, and he'll dump it out of the zone on the penalty kill. And Dollarwood now with it for Potsdam. He'll set up the play for the power play unit. Oswego changes up the penalty kill unit on the ice. That one goes down into the zone. 2 players lose an edge going for it. Simpson gets there first, and this one will be blown dead on a presuming to be an icing.
Yeah, Oswego doing a fantastic job so far on this power play. completely suffocating any type of offense that Potsdam wants to get going. They really aren't doing anything to pressure Milberg, especially when you're up a man. You have to start peppering shots, but you need to make those passes crisp and smooth, because if you're sloppy, you're not going to be able to produce anything.
Face-off goes to the Bears in their own end. Again, still 56 seconds left on the power play for Potsdam. Another big hit laid by the Lakers right near the blue line. And Potsdam struggling to get it into the offensive zone, still being up a man on the Lakers. Ryan chased it down to the near side corner for Oswego. Semrad gets in there as well. Simpson gets it up against the boards by Klenau. And here we are at a complete standstill. Good job on the penalty kill unit for Oswego. They can waste as much time as they need to try and run off the power play for the Bears. Bears need to get the puck out. And the Lakers come away with it for a second. Ryan is tangled up by Klenau. And we're back to where we started. Klenau and Ryan tangled up for the puck. And it comes out for Semrad and the Lakers. Just 13 seconds left on the power play. And they'll dump it out of the zone. So Potsdam will have to move quickly to try and score on this. Campbell, go ahead.
Very, very impressive by the Lakers, and managed to kill the penalty completely for Potsdam. Potsdam not even managing to get a single shot off during that power play. Really, really impressive by the Lakers, and a stout way to keep them up 2-0.
No, I got a little used to these winter break games where I had to talk for 3 hours straight, and now I have someone else to talk with me. It's actually quite nice. But anyway.
Glad I could be here.
So now we're back to 5-on-5 as the Lakers return to full strength. They'll kill off the penalty. Something the Lakers have been great at all year long. Coming into the game, they had a 92.6% penalty kill. Now 4 for 55 our opponents against Oswego. One of the best in the SUNY on the penalty kill. Potsdam struggling on the power play, though, and continues those struggles in here. Still at a 14.2% power play conversion percentage. Lakers with their own end. Potsdam steals away in neutral ice, back and forth. And Bala will chase it down to the near side corner. He'll get hit by Campbell in the corner. And back up the ice it goes over to Horacek. Horacek down around the near side corner, and it's over to Salas. Salas gets it for Potsdam. And the Bears get it once again. Last couple minutes, each team's really struggling to create any opportunities to get any good shots off here, Lucas.
Yeah, Potsdam, they're having trouble just overall connecting on passes. They're really, really struggling. I think it has to do with Oswego's defense. They're doing a really, really good job disrupting everything going on.
And a good breakup there from the Bears to stop a wide-open Laker goal. They had a good 2-on-2 and had the advantage, but unfortunately for Oswego, didn't go their way, and a great job by the Potsdam defense. That goes back into neutral ice, and that'll be chased down by Ergo. And Ergo will pass up to Fudger. Fudger gets it stolen away by the Bears, and here comes Potsdam. And then stolen away again by Simons. They're going back and forth. Campbell chasing down with Bannister. And Bannister and Campbell hit up against the boards, and that one goes back to the Bears and all the way down to Milberg, who decides to pass it instead of freeze it. Came out of the crease a little bit for that one. And Semrad sets up the offense for Oswego. He'll pass up to Gatto. And that goes up and into the penalty box.
A little loose puck there. Quick stoppage in play. I like how Potsdam has settled themselves since letting up those 2 early goals. They've come into a new defensive system now, and I really like the way they're playing. They're collapsing on Oswego, and Oswego also not being able to connect on these passes that were setting up the goals early on.
7:44 left to go here in the first. Face off in the Oswego zone goes the favor of the Lakers. Bannister will chase it down with Suri, and this one will be blown dead on the icing, so we're going to go right back to where we started.
One of the loves of hockey, you can go on one end of the ice and you look down at your paper, and then when you look back up, they're down at the other end of the ice. So hard to keep track of sometimes.
All-time record between both these squads. Lakers in the favor, 81, 29, and 4 all-time, in their 115th matchup. A storied, I don't know if we call it a rivalry, but we can call it a rivalry between these two SUNY squads, playing each other for a very long time. First game happened all the way back in 1977.
It's a long line of history there, Kenny.
Lakers get it back down to the offensive end. That's back over to Bannister. In front, here's Miller. Miller keeps it around the boards and over to Gilmore. Gilmore skates around, backhand shot in front, they score! And guess who is the X Factor? Tommy Bannister buries it, and we're up 3-0 Lakers.
I should have never doubted you, Kenny. I knew you would have picked the perfect man to score a goal on your X Factors. Tommy Bannister absolute stud out there on the ice, and a beautiful goal waiting for that rebound right in the scrum. Perfect opportunity, perfect placement, sneaks it right by Lenny Perno, as you see there. First period, Lakers are up 3-0. Are they going to surpass our goal predictions that we thought we had 4 and 5? They might go higher than that.
At this rate, it looks like it with still over 7 minutes left to go here in the first. Tommy Bannister, the goal scorer there, my X-Factor player. So a good pick on my end to get that. He's on the ice, and that's why he can score. Nevertheless, this Lakers team is firing on all cylinders. Potsdam now going to play a little bit of catch-up, down 3-0 so early. Voslo scores again! I didn't even get the words out.
Wow. Oswego firing on all cylinders. They had a little bit of a slump for probably 5 minutes that we talked about. And I guess we jinxed them because they are back on track now. 4-0 already. Oswego is up, and they are telling everyone that they are ready going into the final leg of this SUNY play with this dominant performance so far against Potsdam. Wow.
Unassisted, Voslo makes a great move. Timeout, Potsdam. And, well, it's probably needed at this point. 4-0 Lakers. Lucas, you look at this now, and again, we came into this one. This is your prediction, was 4 total goals over the course of 3 periods, and we're not even 3/4 of the way through the first period, so maybe those are out of the window, but we won't talk about that right now. Let's figure out what Potsdam has to do to come back in this one. Now down 4 goals, that's a very large lead to come back from.
Yeah, 4 goals is a lot, but again, we have so much game left, so anything is still possible if you are the Potsdam Bears. Obviously, some changes need to be made because what is working right now is not working. Maybe that's a switch of Lenny Perno, who knows?
You called it.
We do see that. There we go. He is in. The number 30, Luciano Chinapi, now into the game for Lenny Perno. Perno in for just 14 minutes, not even. And now Luciano Chinapi taking over for Lenny Perno. Probably a smart move if you are Potsdam, but unfortunately for Perno, he has to come out.
At a rough night for Lenny Perno. He saw 9 total shots allowed, 4 goals. That puts him at a 69.2% save percentage. Unfortunately, is not good enough to continue in this one with 6:48 left here in the first. Luciano Chinapi comes in for Potsdam, and Brandon Milberg has only seen 2 shots and stopped both of them, still with a 100% save percentage. So Bears make a change in net, and we are back underway here in the first period between the Lakers and the Bears, 4-0. Again, I'm Kenny Gerard, coincided by the wonderful Lucas McGarry, and you're watching HockeyNet in Oswego right here on WTOP 10. On the far side board, the Lakers get it back. That one goes up to Hall, loses an edge going for it, but bounces right back on his skates, who lays a hit on Simpson as well. Baker, near side corner, up to Voslo, and Voslo gives it up to Simpson. Simpson moves down the near side. Simpson looks for a lane to pass to. Lakers go for a change. Horacek on the ice for Oswego, and he'll chase it. Quick action for him. It's up over to Cooper. And back down around the boards. Horacek chase on the far side. Cohen comes storming in for it. And DeMoro and Simpson were tangled up for it. DeMoro with it again, and it's over to the Bears. And that one's stolen away by Semrad, who dumps it, goes off the back of a Bear, didn't even notice it, and stays in neutral ice. And back down to the Oswego zone. Milberg way out of the crease, pokes it off the glass. In front, pokes it away again. Good play to get back into the crease. The puck came right in front of him. And Oswego in possession once again, dumps it back to the blue line. And the Bears have it in the offensive end. Potsdam now with a chance back around the board it goes. Cohen tangled up down low with Cooper for it. And we'll have a board battle. Perron with it in the corner for Potsdam. We'll see if the whistle comes first. The puck comes out first, and it looking like the puck will come out first. And that's a shot in front. Goes wide to Milberg, rebounding. It goes wide and off the post. Good chance for Potsdam, but just wide on the shot. And that one goes out of play, and we'll stop.
Yeah, Potsdam trying to get a little offense going there. Lakers just doing such a good job. We saw on that last play, Milberg almost gets beat, but manages to stay in flight off of the tip shot there, excuse me, and Milberg still able to collect it, stay calm, and get the save needed to keep this game 4-0. And for Potsdam, it's just about getting shots, 8 shots only, and 3 on goal, really not making Milberg work whatsoever.
That puck goes down into the Potsdam end. The Bears trying to get it. Big hit late by Ergo and the Lakers. Right in front of the student section. They show their appreciation. Look at the puck. It's rolled up on the glass on a stick, and he'll just serve it over. That was weird, a little bit of a volleyball play there.
Something
but
I've never seen before.
I've never seen a puck get stuck on the glass, but I guess there's a first time for everything. That one goes back down to the Potsdam end. Man, we're full of interesting things here today, Lucas.
I've never seen that before. He flipped it like a pancake off the sidewall.
I've never seen that. Well, the Bears get it again. And here comes Potsdam now. They'll take it 50 feet across each of the blue lines and over the head of Milberg. And Hyen gets it back for Oswego. Hyen off the boards. Poked by Hohen, and he'll dump it back down to the Lakers zone. Milberg will go out of the crease for it, and he'll pass up to Gilmore. Gilmore gets swarmed. Potsdam with possession, and the Lakers get to it again with Miller at the blue line. Potsdam trying to get something going, poked away. Bannister gets a stick on it. They'll take a shot, but that's blocked by Hyen, and Gilmore gets it back for Oswego off the near side boards and down to the Potsdam zone, and Chinappy will call for the icing and will get it.
Yeah, I just keep saying over again, Lakers just pure defense right now when Potsdam gets it into their zone. Oswego just suffocating every single little thing that Potsdam does, and you have to be perfect right now if you are the Bears to try and get a goal, because you have Milberg, who is one of the best if he is on his game, and then you have an elite Oswego defense that is now up 4-0, so they aren't putting as much pressure on offense, and they're focusing more on the defense.
Faceoff goes to the Bears in the Lakers zone, and stolen back for a second by Oswego. A good shot that was blocked in front. Bears trying to get possession again in the offensive end. Not able to get much going here again. Only 3 shots on Brandon Milberg. Still 3 saves for Milberg. And the Lakers come away with it. They'll take it into neutral ice. Pass over to the head of Bannister and into the crowd from Miller. And another souvenir right around the same section we saw it earlier on in the game.
Yeah, that group of fans are getting a little lucky. A couple of pucks flying right at them early into this one. Seeing some fun Lakers hockey, already up 4-0. Been a fun game so far, Ken.
It has been a fun game so far. Center ice face-off, 3:05 left to go here in the first, and it goes the way of the Lakers. Here's Baker down the near side, back around the boards, and Campbell chases for Potsdam. He'll poke it off the boards as well. Burke steals it away, puck bouncing in front, and Chinappy will pass it behind him. And Baker keeps it onside for Oswego. Baker makes a nice juke, pass over to Simpson. Simpson's shot goes high and whoa into the glove of Chinappy, and what a save that was, standing high and almost grabbed the stick of Vasilo.
Yeah, great start by Chinappy, getting the first save in the books for him. And I got a feeling he has something to prove here. Obviously, he didn't get the start tonight, and you know he wants to prove that maybe he can get that start over Perno, especially after Perno struggled. So you know Chinappy's going to be especially on his game.
And it goes to the Lakers. Simpson with it now down the boards. Simpson tangled up with it now. Over to Ryan, and that one goes up to Burke. Burke looks for a pass, is over to Vasilo. Vasilo gets it poked away, and Baker takes it back, keeps it onside for Oswego. In front, looks for a shot. Puck still loose and goes just wide. Lakers with possession again in the offensive end. Bears try to steal it away. Whiffs on the shot was Suri. And Suri gets it. This one will be a penalty coming against the Potsdam Bears.
Yeah, I got to assume that's a tripping call right there. Milberg was on his way out. He knew it was coming. And now Lakers with a chance to go up potentially 5-0 after this power play. And you gotta think, if you are the Lakers, you are going to be looking strong in this 5-on-4 situation, especially with a Potsdam team that might be demoralized by already being down 4-0.
Well, the Lakers get a 2-minute power play. Suri heads to the penalty bin for Potsdam. And here we go, and they knock it out of the zone. Quick start on the penalty kill unit for Potsdam. Oswego trying to extend it to a 5-0 lead with just about 2 minutes here left in the first. We only have a couple of seconds of 5-on-5 left here in the opening period. Bannister will get it back in the Oswego end. One-man advantage for the Lakers. Here comes Bannister. Bannister takes it across the blue line. Pass over to McQuaid and under his stick and into the boards. McQuaid pass goes wide of Cohen and into the bench, and spooks Manzi a little bit. He's put his hand up to catch it.
He saw Manzi flinch there. Almost took out a couple Lakers players. Luckily, they're all wearing helmets, so they'd be all right. But, man, we got pucks flying everywhere today. I'm scared. I don't want to get hit.
I don't either. Face-off coming in the Potsdam end. 5-on-4 advantage for the Lakers for the next minute and 29. Minute 43 left here in the first. Face-off goes the way of the Lakers. Baker with it now. He'll pass it over. Burke down low. That's over to Gatto. Gatto back up to Baker. Baker looks for a pass, and that goes off of the crossbar for Burke, and a good chance for Oswego. They'll reset with Baker. Shot again, and that one is blocked. Too much traffic in front. Gatto gets the rebound. Back over to Vassilo. Vassilo over to Gatto. Gatto at the face-off circle. Back down to Vassilo. Vassilo takes it across the red line. Pass up to Baker. Baker over to Gatto again. Gatto down low. Pass. Vassilo backhander. Scores! And Colin Vassilo buries yet another one for the Lakers. And we're at my score prediction. It's 5-0 Oswego, and we're still in the first.
Now, if you're Kenny, you're saying, Oswego, do not score anymore. We're done. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen for you. I'm assuming the Lakers are going to want to keep moving on, keep pumping, hitting the wheel, turn the fans, have been doing it. They've been doing it all night already, 5 times so far. Vassilo with his second of the night. Have yourself a day, sir. Really, really fantastic start for the Lakers. You can't think it's any better than that.
No, definitely not a great start for Oswego. And that, hey, they have been pretty good in the power play. Sorry, not the penalty kill. They've been good on both. But the power play, they sat at 28.2% conversion percentage coming into the game. They're now 12 for 40 on the season on the power play. Has been pretty solid all year long. Potsdam, again, has been struggling on the penalty kill, allowing 15 goals on 57 attempts. That puts them at a 73.7% PK. So the refs were having a discussion with the scorekeeper, probably about time on the clock. That's why they hit the buzzer. So it looks like no goal on the board. Still 4-0 in here. We'll see what that's all about. Back into neutral ice, and they add the goal on the board. So it is 5-0. I was confused for a split second.
The scoreboard took a little while off. I was confused too there.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a goal. I think they're discussing time. Anyway, Bears with it now. Take it through neutral ice, and they've got a chance here. Makes a nice move. Shot into the chest of Brandon Milberg, and Clodow had a heck of a lane and couldn't get the shot off, or gets the shot off, and it gets saved in front. Leaves 46 seconds left on the clock, and this one has been a fast-paced start, but a good one for Oswego.
Yeah, no, the fast-paced start has been the perfect definition for this game so far. Oswego, bang, 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 just keep peppering shots over and over again. And Potsdam on the other side, just struggling to get any type of shots going, anything at all going. And that is why Oswego has been so dominant, just suffocating all over the ice.
That goes down to the Potsdam end, and Chinapi called for the icing, didn't get it as the Lakers won the leg race with Tommy Bannister. Bannister will chase it over into the corner. Suri with it. He'll dump it into neutral ice. And the Bears with it now, 24 on 24. And Meister couldn't get a shot off. And it goes back to the near side, and Samrad gets it in the corner. 20 seconds left here in the first. Back around to the far side of the boards. Bears go for a change. And the Lakers have it frozen up against the board. 10 seconds left here in the first. And puck not really going much anywhere. This will probably just end out the first period, which it will. And that will do it for the first period of action between the Lakers and the Bears. And it's been all Oswego. 5-0 Lakers after one.
Yeah, that's one of the most dominant periods of hockey I've seen in a really long time, and especially when it comes to Oswego hockey. Wow, if you are Potsdam, what are you even doing? What are you even saying to your team going into the locker room, into this period intermission report? Because right now, Oswego just dominant on offense, dominant on defense, dominant in goal. You've already made Potsdam switch out Lenny Perno. You got Chap Chinapi in right now. He's already let up a goal. Potsdam needs to make some drastic changes going into the second period, and I'm very curious to see what they can come up with, especially when Oswego seems to have an answer for everything whatsoever.
We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Emily Mike, with more. She's with Colin Vassilo, who's got 2 goals in this one. Emily, Colin, take it away.
All right, I'm here with number 22, Colin Vassilo. Just scored his second goal as a sophomore here. So tell me about how you're going to widen that gap and keep riding that momentum into the next period.
Just going to keep playing my game, getting pucks in, making plays, and hopefully it goes my way. The boys are playing good right now, so just want to keep that going.
100%. I mean, what does it mean to you as someone, you're still so up and coming in the team? How are you planning on, keeping that going?
I'm sorry, it's loud in here, so.
How are you planning on keeping that going as such a young and up-and-coming member of the team?
It's just showing up every day, and when it comes to game time, just getting ready to play. So, just keeping it simple. I think that's the key.
That's great. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to send it back to you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you, Colin. And man, what a first period it was for Vossloh. He's got 2 in the back of the net, and for the team, it's 5-0 Oswego. Again, we talked early on, Oswego leads in most of these categories. It seemed like this could be a dominating game for Oswego, but like you said, it's a college matchup, so really anything can happen. Oswego has played worse games against worse teams. Potsdam's played better games against better teams. So, I mean, take me through it before we send it to a break here. What went wrong for Potsdam? What went right for Oswego?
Potsdam just could not figure out whatever they were trying to do on offense and on defense. They seem to be struggling everywhere, really not putting on any shots. 7 shots only in that first period, 4 on goal. Milberg really just had to do nothing that entire period except watch his offense dominate Lenny Perno and Chinappy. 5 goals, like we already said. Really, really rough start for Potsdam. And when you're going into this break right now, you got to keep the morale up. I think that is the most important part. 5-0, probably one of the worst things that you can be in a situation of when you are in hockey going into the second period. Very unfortunate for them.
6 goals is a tall ask for Potsdam and not allow this very dominant Lakers team to score at all through the rest of this one. That's enough from us here in the press box. We'll send you guys to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the first intermission show with the Perch. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
Gentlemen, what a period. We might see one of those little kids suiting up for the Lakers by the time this one's all said and done because they're starting to run away with it, guys. We've got a lot to talk about. What a first period. We'll start, guys, just general thoughts. What are we thinking after one period of play?
Yeah, those little Lakers, as you said, gaining inspiration from the big ones who have come out to a 5-0 margin. An absolutely electric period from the home squad.
Yeah, I mean, we knew the Lakers were going to come in here and try to get a win and bounce back after tying against Nazareth, but this has just been an explosion of goals. 5 in the first period, which ties the most they've scored in a single period so far this season. They had 5 in the first period against Elmira on January 3rd. I mean, what a period, guys.
Beautiful start for the Lakers. Logan, we were doing some research before we came on. Tell me about the biggest, margin of victory over Potsdam the Lakers have in their bag?
Yeah, so it goes way back to February 25th, 1979, where Oswego beat Potsdam 15-3. They beat them 9-0 on February 9th, 2024. They are set to surpass that if they keep on the same pace and tie that mark of 15 goals set in 1979. Again, if they keep on the same pace throughout these next 2 periods, highlight their absolutely potent offensive display right now.
Yeah, we weren't around for that one in 1979, so it'd be pretty cool to see some new history be made with us here to witness it. Let's talk goals. In case you missed it, 5 goals in the first period for the Lakers. Parker, we'll start with you. Walk us through that Brandon Cohen one to start us off.
Yeah, number 21, Brandon Cohen got the first goal. 17:30 in the first period. We're watching it here. He comes around the back of the net and finds, there it is, Cohen, back of the net. It was assisted by Jesse Horacek. And that is Brandon Cohen's 4th goal of the season to start the Lakers scoring. It was a great pass from Horacek to Cohen for the first goal.
Yeah, beautiful slap shot there by Cohen. He stays hot. He scored on Tuesday against Nazareth, so his 2nd goal this week. Logan, how about you walk us through the goal, the 2nd one of the game? Cam Simons, welcome back. He was a scratch, but he just scored 2nd one of the game. Go ahead.
Yeah, welcome back indeed. Just 3.5 minutes later, Lakers with excellent puck movement right now. As you see, winning the speed battle is Simons. An absolutely great offensive display to get around his defender, notching that 2nd goal of the season, emerging as a key part of this Lakers offense.
Yeah, a beautiful backhand scoop right around the goalie there. That's his 2nd goal of the season. And it was, a matter of 4, 5, 6 minutes into the game. The Lakers are already up 2-0. Next, Parker, it was Tommy Bannister, another scratch from Tuesday, who made his presence known here early on in the first period. Walk us through Tommy Bannister.
Yeah, it's kind of been the story. People who were scratched Now showing up for the Lakers, Bannister, number 10, a slap shot, top bins. It was a beautiful goal by number 10, his 7th of the season. It was assisted by Gilmore and Bala. The Lakers just kept piling it on, and you saw it right there from Tommy Bannister. I mean, that was a beautiful shot. And as well, we could talk about Simon's shot, like you were saying, Eddie. That was a beautiful backhanded shot by Cam Simons. I mean, the Lakers have come to play today against the Bears.
They're getting it done, and they're getting it done beautifully. And then, of course, I'm the host, so I don't get a player to watch. But if I had a player to watch today, it would have been Colin Voslo. Take a look at these two back-to-back goals, the 4th and 5th of the period. I mean, Voslo just came in to play, of course. It was with 6:48 to go in the period. He was assisted by Jonathan Bala. That was his first. And then just moments later, with a minute left in the period, it was a power play goal, unassisted. So there the Lakers are, sitting 5-0 at the first intermission, and Colin Voslo with 2 apiece. Our Emily Mike spoke to him just before they came to us up here on the perch. So we'll keep an eye, maybe possible hat trick for Voslo tonight. But he's got 2, a couple other Lakers with 1 apiece. A lot of points for the Lakers. As you can see here, I believe this is the first goal for Voslo. It's another one of those beautiful backhand scoops. He'll have to use that technique to start shoveling the Onondaga parking lot, because that's where my car is. But, I mean, a beautiful first goal for Voslo. He'll have to continue that into the second period. But enough about the goals. Let's talk the goalies, because there's another pretty big headline, Logan. Potsdam pulled their goalie about halfway through that period. He allowed 4 goals. Walk us through that change there.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. They did pull that goalie, who was Lenny Perno. Unfortunately for him, he allowed 4 goals. Lakers eluded that normally good backhand help that Potsdam has, again, to notch those 4 goals. Only got 9 saves and was subbed for Luciano Chinapi, who allowed 1 goal late into the game. As Drake says, back-to-back, he scored his 2nd of 2 goals within the final 5 minutes. Chinapi allowing that 1 goal, notching 3 saves. For Oswego, Brendan Milberg standing tall in his 2nd straight game, appearing on the ice with 4 saves.
Yeah, I want to highlight Brandon Milberg a little bit more, Parker. We talked about him before the game, but he's kind of found his spot on the bench for a little bit. Now he's kind of rising into the spotlight, and of course, I mean, coming in relief the last few games, and then today. I mean, what are you seeing from Brandon Milberg?
Yeah, Milberg has just been phenomenal so far. These last couple of games, he came in to replace Michael Manzi against Plattsburgh. Manzi led in 4 goals. Milberg comes in, lets in 0 against Plattsburgh. He faced 16 shots, didn't let any in. The Lakers come back. They beat the Cardinals. Similar story against Nazareth. Manzi lets in 4 goals. Milberg comes in, doesn't allow any goals again. And now so far today against the Bears, Milberg has been perfect. It's just some crazy stats about Milberg. It's a small sample size, but just 2 goals allowed so far for Milberg this season. 68 saves. He's holding his opponents to under 1 goal per game. And his save percentage, guys, 97%. That is just almost near perfect for Brandon Milberg, and something that I picked up last game. The fans were cheering, "We love you, Milberg." He has just been a fan favorite for these Laker faithful, and so far he's showing it, guys. No goals allowed so far through 1.
Yeah, beautiful insight, Parker. I'm going to ask you a follow-up question here. With Brandon Milberg playing to this level, do you think he gets the nod going forward? We haven't seen him too much yet this season, but he's really played up to those expectations. Is Brandon Milberg the guy like he was last season? Do we see more Milberg down the stretch?
I think if you're Ed Gosek, you have to keep Milberg in. He's showing you that he's ready to play. He hasn't played a lot, but when he has, he's showed Gosek, I'm here to play. I want to be between the pipes for this Oswego State Lakers team. Hasn't let any goals in. His last 2 games, he's come in for Manzi, and so far, 0. I think if you're head coach Ed Gosek, you have to give him the nod going forward.
Absolutely, Parker. I'm going to keep it with you because we've got an exciting update for our brand new debut segment, Parker's Picks. Give us an update, because we were talking about it during that first period. Not bad for a debut, 1 period in. Go ahead.
Yeah, so far, update on my picks. Bears under 2 goals so far. None for the Bears so far. Lakers, I got a power play goal, 1 for 1 so far, 100%. And Matt McQuaid hasn't scored a goal yet, but with how many goals the Lakers are scoring, I'm going to assume that goal from the captain, Matt McQuaid, is going to come at some point. But so far, Eddie, 2 for 3.
Excellent work, Parker. We'll definitely look to keep that segment involved down the stretch. Logan, you've been quiet for a bit, which is rare. He's my roommate. I know how that goes. But Logan, what can you tell me about your picks, your players to watch? How are they playing so far?
Yeah, so if you were here in the preseason stretch when the Oswego men's team played Nazareth, I mentioned Tommy Bannister in the pre-show to make an impact, and he is doing that now in the regular season, sticking with my guy. In the pre-show, I said player to watch, and of course you got to watch him as he has 1 goal. Maybe Potsdam didn't do the right scouting report on him. He was scratched last game, making an impact this one. Playing off of the great puck movement by the Lakers, this offense working through not just Bannister, but many other players as well.
Yeah, Bannister stays hot. I mean, not playing on Tuesday, but before that, it was 2 consecutive 2-point games for the forward, and he's recorded now 1 point in 11 of his last 12 appearances, so he doesn't have the letter on his jersey to really indicate that he's that guy, but he's been playing like that guy, and he's right up there with the ranks of Matt McQuaid and Travis Baker. He's really been a staple for this Lakers potent offense, as you would say. So we'll look to see more from Tommy Bannister as we head into the second of the play. But moving on, I mean, let's talk about the pace of the game, guys. It looked like the Lakers were kind of off to a slow start for maybe a minute or two, and then they were right into it, guys. Talk to me about the pace of the game.
Yeah, Lakers, again, as you said, they were off to a bit of a slow start. That first whistle came 2.5 minutes into the game, but then Oswego started to slow down Potsdam, and at that same time, the Lakers heated up. As we've cited so many times, they've had great puck movement all throughout this game, contributing to those 5 goals. They're winning a lot of those speed battles, as you saw in the goal replays. Bannister, Simons, Vassilo, and Cohen evading their defenders on all of those 5 goals. Expect that narrative to keep up throughout those second and third periods we are about to witness.
We are about to witness that second period of action, as you said, which means it's time to call in our guys, Kenny Gerard and Lucas McGarry. They're in the press box for puck drop. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the League Press Box right here at WTOP 10. I'm Kenny Gerard. This is Lucas McGarry, who wasn't quite ready to get going. But Lucas, time marches on as we're getting ready. Both teams are now in the tunnel and about to come out onto the ice. So I guess my first question is, what happened in the locker rooms?
Like I said, for Potsdam, just keep the morale up. You need to keep these players active and engaged in this game, because once they decide, I don't feel like playing anymore, this game's a lost cause, that's when you see this start to pick up 7-0, 8-0, gets even worse than that. So for Potsdam, just keep the morale high, keep fighting, keep battling. That is the best case scenario. For the Lakers, just do exactly what you've been doing all game.
And Mike Grace for Potsdam, the interim head coach for this team, definitely has a lot to say to his team. On the other end, Ed Gosick, who's been here forever for Oswego. I mean, there's not much you can say. You're up 5-0. Keep your foot on the gas and keep it moving. So, Lucas, I'll ask you, what specifically does Potsdam really need to change? Do we go with another change in the net? Do we have to do something different on defense here? I mean, what is it exactly that you think Potsdam has been failing at this game that has allowed it to be 5-0?
I think just letting Oswego take too many shots. They're not putting on the pressure on defense. They're playing very, very loose. They're trying to let Oswego make mistakes, and Oswego is not making mistakes right now. They are playing a damn near perfect game right here for them. And for Potsdam, I think what you need to do is play harder defense, because that is the best thing for them. Harder defense. Oswego's up 5-0. I really can't think of anything else to say other than play harder defense, get more physical, maybe take the risk, make some penalties, but that's not something you're aiming for, just harder physical play that allows Oswego to mess up, start making some mistakes, and then you capitalize on those mistakes on offense.
Sure, shut down some lanes, get more aggressive in the crease, some things that Potsdam could work on. Now, an interesting fun fact for you that I didn't mention at the beginning of this game, Oswego has yet to lose a game, outright lose, not a tie or a shootout loss, but a loss on the score tally since December 6th. On the other end, Potsdam has not won a game on the road since, you want to guess what day? December 6th.
Oh my gosh, so it's the perfect storm for Potsdam to potentially come back and make the big time plays here for Potsdam. You got 40 minutes left. Like I said, you keep that morale up, anything can happen. Oswego taking the foot off the gas potentially in this second period, maybe gonna play a little more lax, and that's when Potsdam maybe scores 2 goals in this period, takes advantage of it, and then after that, it's just a 5-2 game, and in that third period, anything can happen. So you still got to watch out for the Potsdam Bears. If you are the Lakers, do not take your foot off the gas. I don't care if it's 5-0. Potsdam can always be a dangerous team if they get their gears turning.
Last time they met was November 22nd, 2025, and they were at Potsdam. The Lakers came in with a victory, 4-2. The last time that Potsdam beat Oswego, again, not including ties, February 16th, 2018. It was 1-0 right here in the Deb. It's been 8 years. Can the Bears score 6 goals and make a comeback, or will the Lakers extend it to 9 years of dominance? We're about to find out as we're getting ready for puck drop to start off the second period of action between the Bears and the Lakers. Lucas, any more thoughts as we get going?
Yeah, absolutely. Potsdam got to make some changes here. You got to be aggressive. You got to fight hard against this dominant Lakers squad.
Lakers get it off the opening face-off. Fudger with it now down the near side. Boards will get hit up against the glass by Felix. And Felix steals it away for Potsdam, poked away by Simons again. And here comes Ergo. He'll be tangled up with the other 27, Dahert. And down along the boards, and Semrad will chase it back towards Milberg in the Oswego end. And Semrad gets a stick on it first. And against into the far side corner. Bears come away with it in the offensive end, and across the blue line it goes. Campbell will chase it for Potsdam. Campbell pass up off the stick of a Bear and back into the Oswego zone. Simpson will get the puck for Oswego, and in front, puck still loose, poked away. Good chance for Potsdam, and it gets in. And that's a good goal for the Bears, and it's 5-1.
Yeah, that was Mason Hohen in the perfect spot there on that rebound. Milberg was flat on his back, just simply unable to make that save. And just like that, we're not even a minute into the second period, Kenny, and that deficit has already shrunk. What did we say? Anything can happen. And Oswego definitely caught off guard there in the first minute, and now they're up just 4 instead of 5.
Well, instead of that shootout, Milberg has let nothing by him in his last 2 appearances, neither games being starts coming in as a fill-in. That's his first goal in quite a while he's let up. Now over his average goals allowed per game, which is only .73. In front, there's a chance, but the defense pokes that one away. Bears turning up the heat here a little bit against the Lakers, now only down 4 goals to Oswego. It's 5-1 here early on in the second. Very similar to the first, where Oswego scored very quickly and just kept piling it on. And if Potsdam wants to mount a comeback, they're going to have to do pretty much the exact same thing in this one and not allow Oswego to score. Milberg standing tall in net. That one is blown dead in the corner. I'm going to guess it did hit the netting when it popped up there, but we'll get a reset, and each team will go for a change. We're going to face off on the far side of the Oswego zone.
Yeah, for Mason Hohen, that was his 5th goal of the season. Very, very prominent scorer on this team. He's now tied for 2nd on the team. We see the beautiful goal there, like we just said. Right there, a second, Mason Hohen in the perfect position right there on the goal. As you see there, Milberg just simply unable to do anything there.
Lakers with it in the offensive end. It's Semrad. He'll take a shot. He scores! Semrad punched his tickets down Broadway and buries them topside, and the Lakers are back up 5.
Yeah, the Lakers clearly unfazed by that opening minute goal from Potsdam. Drake Semrad with an absolute snipe into the top of the goal, right past Chinappy. Chinappy now 2 goals allowed for him now, and it is 6-1. And just like that, that 5-goal deficit is back for the Lakers.
Well, there goes all of our predictions right out the window.
All of them gone, analysts alike.
So it's 6-1 Oswego. That one goes down into neutral ice. Burke will chase it down near the bench, and Semrad will come back towards Milberg for it. And just ducking Milberg was Kennel. Semrad with it now. He'll pass over. Cooper off the boards. And he gets absolutely walloped in the corner as Potsdam gets it back to go back on offense. Cooper chases down low. Potsdam goes for a change, and Oswego looks to get the things moving as that bounces off a stick and stays in the ice. Potsdam trying to get possession once again with Blanchard. Blanchard in the corner gets it stolen away. Shot goes wide. That one was coming from Salas. And Salas' shot obviously went wide, so down to the far side board we go. And Vassilo pokes it across the blue line, and it'll be dumped back into the Oswego zone, and Milberg will knock it down and over to Semrad. Semrad gets possession as he's announced as the last goal scorer. Near side, Oswego comes away with possession. There's a big hit on Baker, and here comes Horacek. Horacek pass down the middle, open lane, can't get it back on his skates was Cohen, but Oswego will keep possession with McQuaid. McQuaid will pass it around the boards. Baker comes in for it. And Baker at the faceoff circle, pass down low in front to Cohen. He'll take a shot, but that's poked away in front. Baker gets it back, and Cohen chases down low with Blanchard. That goes back around the boards over towards McQuaid. McQuaid keeps it on side and stolen away by the Bears. And Potsdam now in possession with Dahert Wood. Dahert near the faceoff circle, looks for a pass, and it's broken up by Baker in front. And behind the net, Milberg pokes it away. High-end chases it down to the far side corner. He'll pass back over to McQuaid. Back into the offensive end for the Bears. Cohen gets a stick on it, dumps it off the glass, and into neutral ice and back into the Potsdam zone. Potsdam gets it back in neutral ice again. They'll dump it high of Hyen and back down towards Milberg. Hyen will pass up to McQuaid. Back over to Hyen. And they'll set up the offense. Here come the Lakers. From behind, Hyen couldn't get a stick on it. There's a shot from Hohen. What a poke away from Hohen to get a shot, but here comes Fudger now for Oswego. Fudger comes storming down the near side. Fudger at the faceoff circle, can't get a lane on Campbell, so he'll skate it back around. Can't keep a stick on it again. He'll get it back. Fudger down the middle, takes a shot. That one's blocked. Rebound, Lakers shot again. That one gets blocked again. Bodies flying everywhere, and Oswego gets the rebound again. It's Ergo up to Gilmore. Gilmore takes a shot. That one's blocked in front, and Potsdam comes away with it back into neutral ice. Gilmore will knock it down. Everybody trying to get on side, and they won't. This one will be blown dead on the offside against the Lakers. That was a lot of talk from us, Lucas. Wow. Whew.
I got so excited there. I thought.
We're going to send down to our Southern reporter, Emily Mike, with more. Emily, tell us what you got.
Thank you. Now, if you think about it, the last time that the Potsdam Bears came to Oswego, they lost 1-6. So we're kind of having a little bit of a blast from the past moment. I mean, we're looking to see probably surpassing this last game that the Bears were on the shores of Lake Ontario, but we'll take a look and see how it goes. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily, as Oswego gets possession back in the Laker end. And again, she mentioned it, 6-1 the last time these two teams played here in Oswego, and the Lakers were victorious in that one. We've already matched that score with well over 3/4 of the second period left to go. Still in net is Chinappy for Potsdam. Milberg still in net for Oswego. That one goes down right in front of Milberg, and it's picked up by Semrad. Milberg, 1 goal allowed, that's 6 saves, puts him at an 85.7% save percentage on the evening. For Perno, again, it was 9 saves, 4 goals allowed. He left the ice at a 69.2% save percentage. For Chinappy, it's 3 saves and 2 goals allowed. That only puts him at a 60% save percentage. Lakers with possession in the offensive end. Once again, it's Cooper. Cooper near the blue line. He'll pass it up. That one goes down to Vasilo. Vasilo will pass it over again. That's up to Semrad. Semrad over to Cooper. Cooper looks for a lane, makes a move. Keeps possession, loses an edge going for it. It'll get poked from behind, and this one will be blown dead, and it's going to be a penalty probably against the Bears. It seemed like it was going to be a tripping call, and it will be.
Yeah, penalty against the Bears is just simply the opposite of what they want, especially after allowing a goal so fast after scoring a goal. And it's 6-1 here, and now a chance for the Lakers to go up 7-1 here after capitalizing on that first play that they had in such easy fashion. Only took a couple of tries, and it was against Chinappy right here. So we are going to see if the Lakers can capitalize once again on the power play.
And Potsdam gets it shorthanded. Oswego goes on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Cannell heads to the penalty box for tripping for the Bears. That'll give the Lakers 2 minutes of 5-on-4. Good penalty kill start here for the Bears. We're down in the Oswego zone. Uncharacteristic from this power play unit for the Lakers. But the Bears having a good start here in the penalty kill. They'll get the puck back, and here come the Lakers now with the 1-man advantage for the next minute and 30 seconds. Baker storms down the middle. He'll pass it over to Vasilo. And this one will be blown dead. It appears to be an offsides against the Lakers.
A little fast there with the puck, just not there quick enough. And unfortunately for the Lakers, a quick offsides call. They're going to go back down to the other end. And a really, like you said, a good job by Potsdam on the first 30 seconds of this power play, really keeping Oswego away from their own goal.
Lakers have it in neutral ice, face-off 1 near the blue line of the Potsdam zone. Banish looks to take it in. He'll pass it around the boards. Chinappy comes out of the crease and passes it back around the boards. And out of the zone, it's knocked by the Bears. Great start on the penalty kill unit here for Potsdam as Gilmore loses an edge going for the puck. Here's a chance for Felix, but Milberg comes out of crease to knock it away. And a couple of mistakes there, almost costly. Still up 5-4 on the one-man advantage for Oswego. What a sequence of events there for the Bears that could have almost gone their way, but a good heads-up play from Milberg to save almost a wide-open net, and he'll pass it up again. And the power play unit for Oswego playing a bit sloppy here, feeling the pressure from the Bears penalty kill unit. 42 seconds remain here of 5-on-4. Here come the Lakers down the far side. It's Cohen around the boards. That one goes up to Miller. Miller will pass back over to Gilmore. Gilmore can't keep a stick on it, and we got a board battle for it once again. Puck frozen, going nowhere. Time winding off of the power play for Oswego, and the Bears come away with it and knock it out of the zone in a beautiful penalty kill here from the Potsdam Bears, Lucas.
Yeah, they have just done a great job. And like you said, Oswego may be feeling the pressure here from a really stout Potsdam line with just 4 defenders on the ice. They have done a great job limiting the Oswego to essentially no shots. We'll see right here, once again, nothing there. But Oswego, really nothing on that entire power play of substance. Potsdam did a really good job there.
And Potsdam returns to full strength. They'll kill off the penalty, and that ends the Oswego State power play. As Simons gets tackled down by Felix. No call there. And we will continue to play on. Refs letting them play a good amount today, which is a good thing. I enjoy seeing that, Lucas, personally. On the far side boards, board battle again for the puck. It pops out, and the Bears come away with it. Here comes Potsdam now down the near side again. Bears with it. That'll be dumped down by Hall. Simons will chase it for Oswego back to his own end as we approach the halfway point of the second period and the entire game for that matter. Vossilo gets a stick on it. Here come the Bears with a chance. Potsdam makes a shot that goes just high for Dahert. And Vossilo gets it back off the rebound for the Lakers. He'll charge down through neutralize with Burke. Burke keeps it inside of the rink, almost went into the penalty box. Baker will pass it across the wheel over to Simpson. He'll pass it high to the near side corner. Here comes Suri for it now for Potsdam. Vossilo gets a stick on it first. Baker will pass over to Simpson. Simpson back over to Ryan. Ryan looks for a lane near the face-off circle. Can't find one. It'll go over to Burke. Burke guarded by Suri, and it's over to Hohen. Hohen's pass goes backwards. Ryan chases, and Dahert Wood gets a stick on it. Now he's tangled up with Ryan. Lakers get it back in front. Pass whiffs on the shot is Vossilo. Pass just a touch wide, and here come the Bears now. And Malmeister, pass broken up with a chance down Broadway. Shot saved by Milberg. Malmeister goes for the rebound in front, and nobody's there for the pass. And a great centering pass there for the Bears, but nobody home to take the shot as they were in the middle of a change. And back into neutral ice it goes. And the Bears now with a bit of momentum here, down 6-1 halfway through the second. 10:02 remaining in the period. Oswego does get possession back, and they'll get it out of their zone. That goes wide to Miller. Bannister will chase down with Miller as well. Dobris and Miller tied up for it. And Chinappy pokes it away, and the Bears get possession back. Down the near side again. That one goes up and into the netting and all the way out of the rink.
Yeah, really good string of plays there from Potsdam. Great defensive possession with Oswego pressuring really hard, and nothing for Potsdam. And then down at the other end, Potsdam putting a couple of good shots on Milberg, putting the pressure on him. Hopefully going to sneak a couple of goals by him at some point with some of these shots. But you need more guys down there like you were talking about when those shots were flying.
Bala takes a shot that goes just wide of the net, and the Bears get it off the rebound. And you can feel Potsdam gaining a little bit of momentum here halfway through the second, trying to get something going, but Oswego again just seems to be able to kill it off once you get down to the zone. Here comes Horacek. He'll pass it across the red line at the face-off circle again. In front, Bannister can't reach the centering pass. So they'll reset again with Gatto. Gatto takes a shot. That goes off the pad and into the net of Chinappy.
Yeah, Chinappy doing a good job of weathering that early storm that he faced. Allowed 2 goals, but he's done a good job of making the saves that he should be making. He's only faced, 8 shots now, and he has 2 goals allowed, so he's got 6 saves. Pretty solid for him in the time that he has been in this game, and a good showing for him playing over the starter, Lenny Pernover.
Here's a chance in front for Cohen. Looks for a shot, and he can't get it off. Send right over to Cooper. Cooper makes a move, takes a shot down the slot in front. That one's saved. Off the board, Semrad gets it back for Oswego. And McQuaid will get it back. McQuaid will pass up to Cohen. Cohen passes up high, down in front of Chinappy. And the Bears will chase with Salas. McQuaid comes back for it in the corner. McQuaid looks for a pass over to Baker, who gets lit up. The entire boards wobble after that hit. A huge one. A lot of physicality here halfway through the second. Down into the Oswego zone it goes. Milberg looks at it, decides to stay in the crease, and Baker will lead the charge for Oswego. Pass up to Simons. He's wide open. Simons makes a move. Shot saved. And a nice save from Chinappy. One-on-none opportunity for Simons. Ergo will chase it down to the Oswego zone again. Ergo lays a hit alongside the boards, and Simpson will pass off the glass. And the Bears get it back with Suri. Suri pass back, goes wide to Watson, but it's picked up by Hohen. Hohen makes a move, poked, shot, saved by Milberg. Puck still loose, and they'll get it in front again. They score! And Watson gets it off the rebound and buries it top side, and it's 6-2.
Yeah, that was a great start there by Mason Hohen. Got the initial shot on Milberg, gets his own rebound, brings it around, and then gets it, passes it beautifully to Watson, and a great, great goal by Watson. That is your other X factor, Kenny. Yeah, I can see you letting me know. Congratulations on two very good X factor calls from Kenny Gerard up here in the box. Wow, great calls.
Guess I know an X factor when I see one. Nevertheless, Potsdam cuts the lead back down to 4 again. It's 6-2. Oswego still in the advantage with 7:49 left to go here in the second. Oswego in possession again in the offensive end. It's Ryan. Ryan behind the goal line. They'll pass up to Gilmore. Gilmore fakes the shot and takes a pass down to Vossloh instead. Burke gets it still behind the red line. Stolen away for a second, but gets in front, and the centering pass is whiffed by Vossloh. High will knock it back alongside the boards over to Burke. Burke lays a huge hit to Campbell behind the net. And Potsdam does get it back. It's back over to Campbell. And the Lakers will just go for a change there. Stolen away by Cohen. Cohen pass to McQuaid. McQuaid loses a handle on it, but does get it back. Makes a nice move in front. And Horacek's shot won't go. McQuaid gets it back off the rebound. McQuaid keeps the puck himself, fakes the pass to Horacek. He'll pass in front, puck still loose and poked away by the Bears. Horacek with it now, he'll pass up to Cooper. Cooper over to McQuaid. McQuaid looks down the slot, takes a shot, and that's a chest save by Chinappy.
Yeah, really good job there by Luciano Chinappy. Weathering another storm, got a couple of really good opportunities from the Lakers. You saw McQuaid dishing it right into the crease, almost gets the goal there. But Chinappy just saying absolutely not, and he's blocked a couple more shots in this period so far. He's got 11 saves on the day. Really, really good job again, like we already said, coming in off the sub.
Face-off is won by the Bears in their own end. That one will go back towards the Laker wheel and picked up by Potsdam. Here comes Hohen. Hohen gets it poked away by Semrad. Hohen will pass it along the boards up to Siri. Siri will pass it over again. Shot off the stick of Milberg. And a nice save for Brandon Milberg. Puck still loose, though, behind the net. Potsdam trying to get a handle on it, but it's stolen away by Ergo. Ergo passed it almost off the head of Fudger and back down to the Potsdam end. And Dahert will chase it. Chinappy called for the icing, didn't get it. And Potsdam will play on near the red line. We'll take it across the blue line, and Baker will chase it down behind Milberg. And he'll pass it across all the lines and up to Fudger and back down around for Potsdam. And the Bears regain possession. Stolen away by Gatto. Gatto loses it, gets back on his horse. He'll pass, shoot, and that one doesn't go. Whiffs on the shot, and oh, what a chance for Tommy Bannister to bury his second one of the game, but doesn't get enough firepower on it, and Chinappy just lays down on it.
Yeah, Bannister probably hit that with 10% of his stick and just almost completely misses it, and it essentially just slides right into Chinappy right there. Just couldn't get enough stick on it. Really good job by Chinappy, and unfortunate for Tommy Bannister.
Very rarely do you see a goalie use their calf muscle to stop a shot, and in that instance, that's exactly what happened. So, very interesting play. It just kind of seemed like a whiff from Bannister. He was really trying to get under the puck and just whiffed on it a little bit and didn't get enough speed on it, and Chinappy was able to make the save, so we stay at 6-2. Face-off in the Potsdam zone goes to the Bears. Alongside the board, the Bears get it going. That pass is broken up by Gatto, but quickly recovered by Dobis. There's a shot in front. Nobody there for the rebound. Stolen away by Baker now. Baker charges down the ice, passes it over to Miller, who waves off Ryan. And now they swap, and they'll go for a change. Going on the rush, didn't want to make a change, but Rush was killed, so they will get the full line change they were looking for in the first place. That goes down behind Milberg again. McCabe with it now behind the net. McCabe down into the corner. Lakers get a stick on it. It's Gilmore over to Bala. Bala gets spun around looking for it. He'll pass it off the glass. Suri tries to knock it down. And Felix going to stick on it. He'll take a shot. That's blocked by Bala. Vasilo will take it. Here comes Ryan on a one-on-one charge. Ryan will slow it down, allow his offense to come join him. Bala chases down low with Suri. And here comes Burke to pick it up for Oswego. Loses an edge going towards the boards. And McCabe trying to get a stick on it for Potsdam down low. Burke takes a poke at it as well, and it pops out to Gilmore. Gilmore takes it across the blue line. Gilmore at the face-off circle. He'll pass up to Semrad. Semrad. He'll take a shot that goes left of the net. Rebound in front. Ryan shoots. He scores! And a beautiful rebound goal, and it's 7-2 Oswego.
Yeah, that was just absolutely perfect. You saw the pass right off the backboard there, and Ryan is just in picture-perfect position for that shot. And if you're Luciano Chinappi, there's really only so much you can do right down Broadway, as you say, Kenny. Such a beautiful goal from Justin Ryan.
You know, Mike already yelled at me for saying Broadway. We're changing it to the slot now.
Okay, so right down the slot, excuse me.
Well, that's what it's actually called.
Again, just a beautiful play there, and if you are Chinappi, not much you can do about it there. Really, really great goal. 7-2 now for the Lakers. Wow.
Beautiful pass off the boards that turned into a wonderful goal for Oswego. And I'll say it, right down Broadway.
Right down Broadway.
Beautiful. Well, Lucas, it has been absolutely dominant. I mean, for Oswego, minus the 2 goals that they've allowed, it's 7-2.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that Potsdam was playing. They were starting to play more physical, but look at that pass right there off the backboard. They didn't even see it coming. And Ryan is just, like we said, right down Broadway, and a beautiful, beautiful goal to put them back up 5. Same deficit as when we enter this period.
Beautiful shot that pops the water bottle on the net for Oswego, so they'll go up again. 5 goals here. Been the lead they've had pretty much since the end of the first period, with a couple of exclusions to that for a few minutes when Potsdam had it down to 4. Speaking of, here come the Bears now with a good chance, 2-on-2. That pass is broken up by Simpson. Here comes another chance down the middle. Shot is saved by Milberg. Simpson gets it back down the far side. And down into neutral ice, all the way down to the goal line of the Potsdam zone. Will not be blown dead and will continue to play on. Potsdam sets up the offensive movement, and the Bears will pass it up down the near side. All the way around the boards, and Milberg comes out of the crease to poke it away. Bala gets into a headlock in the corner. Fudger gets it back for Oswego, and Fudger will lead the charge down the far side. Fudger, his pass goes wide as Chinappi comes out of the crease again as he lays another big hit up along the boards as Ergo. Potsdam seals it away. Gilmore gets a stick on it and pokes it back over to Bala. Simons with it now in the defensive zone of the Lakers. Here comes Fudger. Fudger, he'll pass it and dump it away, and the Lakers will go for a full change with about 2:40 left to go here in the second. And the Bears now trying to get something going again. They've got 2 goals in this second period of action. Need a few more to try and knot this thing up, and more importantly, to stop the Oswego offense. As that was a wide shot, and it'll be a high sticking call going against, I believe, the Bears.
Yeah, I believe it was a high stick too. I saw him pop it, immediately caught the puck with that stick, and the ref, that's blatant, clear as day, easy call for him. And I like what you said earlier about that shot popping up the water bottle. It's probably one of my favorite things that I see when a hockey player scores a goal. That's how you know it's got that firepower on it. Absolutely crazy, electric goal there.
Some would say it went down Electric Avenue. Cooper gets it now on the far side for Oswego. Lakers get possession with Gatto. Gatto loses it, tangled up. Semrad comes away with it, and he'll pass it off the glass and dump it out of the zone. And Suri will chase it for Potsdam. Gatto will dump it back to the zone. Not everybody was on sides yet, so Bannister watches it go by him. A lot of talking here, Lucas, and here come the Bears. Potsdam now moving right down the middle of the ice, and they'll pass it off the right side of the board, but Baker gets there first. Baker is tangled up with Blanchard. Blanchard can't get a handle on it, and Oswego comes away with it. They'll dump it back out of the zone. Ryan pokes it first. Here comes Vossalo. Vossalo leading the charge, and it gets poked away by Dahert. Good poke from Dahert to stop Vossalo on the rush there for Oswego. Dahert Wood with it now down the far side. He'll dump it off the glass and out of the zone. They'll make the Lakers chase it down right in front of Milberg. It was off his stick and over to Baker. Baker's pass goes off the stick of DeMaru, and the Bears get it back on offense. He'll pass it back over to Hohen. Hohen on the far side off the glass and high. Bala knocks it down and dumps it back to the Potsdam zone. Oswego not really allowing Potsdam to get into the offensive end. It gets up to that middle red line, the center line. It just doesn't get much farther. Stolen back by McQuaid. McQuaid lurks around the net. He'll keep it behind the red line. Looks for an open lane. Gilmore calling for a pass. He'll get it. Gilmore will pass over to Bala. Bala off the boards to Horacek. Horacek loses the puck for a second, gets it back. Back off the back boards. Bala chases down low. Malmeister lays a hit on Bala. Horacek with it now at the blue line. Horacek will give it up back over to Cohen. Back around the boards. Salas with it now for Potsdam. Bears with possession in the offensive end. Only 20 seconds left to go here in the second period of action. 15 seconds left to go. Oswego in the offensive end. Horacek passes it over to Cohen. Lakers trying to get something to go before the end of the period. And there's a tripping call coming now against the Bears. So it is a tripping call. It is confirmed by the refs against the Bears. So we're going to have 2.8 seconds of power play for Oswego. But more importantly, that gives them a minute and we'll call it 57 seconds of power play to start off the third period of action.
Yeah, if you're Potsdam, that is just the worst momentum you can have going into this next period. You did such a good job. You got a couple of goals in this period, but unfortunately for them, they also allowed 2 more goals, and it just finishes dead even here, and that is why it is 7-2. And now you're going to go into this next period as it ends right there, going into the next period with 1 minute and 58 seconds on the clock of just penalty time, and you're already down 5, just like you were in that first period. You got to think that has to be even more demoralizing potentially than a first period, because you put even more work. You scored 2 goals. You didn't let it up. And Oswego just said, we don't care that you scored 2 goals. We're going to score 2 of our own, and nullified anything that Potsdam did in that second period.
And if you're Potsdam in this one, you kind of got to look at this as a positive too. I mean, you went 2-2 on the period. Obviously, of course, you want to be 2-0 and try to claw back a little bit, but it was 2-2, so that is an advantage for Potsdam. They don't allow Oswego to extend the lead at all. They just keep it at that 5-goal lead, although the score has changed now to 7-2. So I guess, again, I'll ask you, Potsdam did some things better, right? Some. What is really, I don't want to say X factor, although I am apparently good at that today. But what is that X factor for Potsdam? Like, what is it that they got to really change to come back down 5 goals? They still need 6 more to win that one.
I think that it's just their defense. They need to limit what Oswego is doing on offense, because every single one of Oswego's passes has a target that it is mean to. Even if they're bouncing it off the glass, they're bouncing it off the boards, there is meant to be someone on the end of that every single time, and that's how you know Oswego is coached by one of the best in Ed Gosick. We know how good he is. You know he has those schemes. So if you're Potsdam, you have to find a way to beat those schemes, because they are too good to just simply play more physical defense, which did work for a little bit in that second period. I did see the physicality start to ramp up. They did better, and that's why they scored those 2 goals. But again, you let up 2 more goals, so it finishes 2-2 in that period. And it's just like that. It's still a 5-0 game, essentially, because you didn't get anything back in that second period.
Well, Lucas, I think it's enough of us talking here in the press box. We're going to take a break up here in the box. We'll throw you guys some highlights of the game, and then we'll join our intermission show. Oh, my apologies. We have an interview now. We're going to send down to our sideline reporter, Emily Mike, with more. Emily, take it away.
And kind of continue keeping that momentum forward.
Well, it feels good to come out and put up 7 goals in the first 2 periods. It's nice, and we haven't had our best games the last couple of games, so it's nice that we're getting it going again in the right direction.
Does it feel a bit bittersweet as a senior to be getting these great, last games?
Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying not to think about it at all. Just trying to enjoy all the time that I have with my teammates and playing.
Leaving it out on the ice, right?
Yeah, that's right, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Drake. And now it'll do it for us here in the press box. We're going to throw to a quick melt, and when we come back, we'll go over to the intermission show for the second intermission, and then we will see you guys throughout the third period.
Welcome back to the WTOP 10 intermission show. I'm Eddie McAlpine with Logan Weingartner and Parker Voris, guys. Am I allowed to say that I'm bored after such a dynamic first period? 5 goals, only 4 in that second period. So I guess I'm going to say I'm kind of bored.
Yeah, I mean, not as electric a period for the Oswego State Lakers as the first one was. Got a little sloppy on defense. Potsdam capitalizing, Parker.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Eddie. Just a little bit. Not as exciting as the first period, but definitely backed off. But 2 goals from Oswego, 2 goals from Potsdam in that period. So both teams trading blows. One team would score, another team would respond. So Potsdam not going down without a fight.
Yeah, let's take a look at those goals real quick, and we'll break them down for you because it was 4 goals as opposed to the first period 5, but we're still obligated to kind of break them down and take another look. So let's see these goals. Logan, start us off. What did you see out there?
Yeah, so the first one, just 1 minute into the period from Mason Henn. It was unassisted. His 5th goal of the season, so everybody's getting involved in the offense, setting the tempo for these Bears as they try to complete a comeback. As you see, it was deflected off a rebound. They attempted to get a goal. Milberg just not at the right angle, fell on his back. Defense could not get back in time to help him either.
Yeah, just the right place, right time kind of thing. He was sitting on that right post right there. Mason Hone, the senior forward, that starting liner who we highlighted in our pregame show, he picks up another goal for his career. Parker, after Hone, it was Drake Semrad for the Oswego Lakers, his 2nd goal of the season. That first one was on Pete Sears' jersey retirement night. I had the opportunity to be on the ice with him after the game, so he was definitely due to pick up another goal. Walk us through that one.
Yeah, Drake Semrad. This one was from distance, Eddie. It was about a little bit out from those red circles. You can see right there, top corner from Semrad, unassisted slap shot, and he wasted no time to respond for the Lakers. 2 goals in under 2 minutes to start that second period. Semrad, senior defenseman, and his 2nd goal this season, his 10th career goal for the Lakers. He's been a very huge focal point for these Oswego State Lakers, Eddie.
Yeah, Drake was doing his one dance out there, guys, because it wasn't just a goal, but he picked up an assist later on in the period. So he's got 2 points now on the night. That's pretty, I don't want to say uncharacteristic, but definitely a night for Semrad so far. We still have another period of play. But after Semrad, the Potsdam Bears responded, Logan. It was Owen Watson, who I believe was your player to watch.
My player to watch.
Parker's player to watch, so I'll let you walk us through it.
Yeah, so Owen Watson, this one was assisted by Mason Hohen with just over 8 minutes left in the period. And this one from, Watson, seeing there, just a great goal for Owen Watson, the sophomore. He's been having himself a great season. 4 season goals, 21 career goals. 21 career goals already just as a sophomore has been phenomenal for the Bears this season. Putting up some fight against the Lakers. Like to see what they do in that third period. Still down by 5 goals though, guys.
Yeah, Watson was definitely due. We were talking about him pregame. I actually thought his name was Owen Wilson because, I mean, a little bit of pace to him. Lightning McQueen, That was bad. Anyways, we've got one more goal to break down for you, Logan. It was Justin Ryan for the Lakers. Dead center, kind of, straightaway goal. Walk us through that one.
Yeah, Lakers are turning the wheel back in their favor. We saw goal response. This was the last of the period. Off a deflection, Ryan in the exact right place in the middle just snipes that one past Luciano for the Lakers to cap off that second period where we saw both teams get back in the action.
Yeah, Semrat assisted him to pick up his second point tonight. That was Ryan's first goal. He's got now 6 goals and 4 assists on the season, up to 10 points now for the forward. Let's talk more about Potsdam because we can't be, too one-sided here, Logan. What did you see from the Potsdam Bears out there?
Yeah, if it's one trait that Bears hold, it's that they are gritty. I think they came back and responded in a really good way in that second period. The interim coach, Mike Grace, must have lit a fire in his first year with the Bears. They put on 2 goals, and 2 of them are really good. The Oswego defense they were sort of poor. Not the 2 goals can't really be attributed to Milberg. The Oswego defense really led up. They became kind of sloppy on offense. Bears led back defense to offense and capitalized where Oswego fell short.
Absolutely. Bouncing off of that, Parker, what are you seeing from after the goalie change in that first period? Now it's been Chinippy in goal for the Potsdam Bears. What are you seeing from him?
Yeah, he's come in and he's just been a lot better for the Bears. In that first period, we saw the Bears let in 5 goals, only let in 2 this time. Chinippy's come in and he's done a good job for the Bears to keep them afloat in this game. It's going to be interesting what he does in the third period, and it's also going to have to get some help, though, from his offense.
Now, I feel it's kind of contradicting if I say this because the Lakers do have 7 goals, but it's almost like they're getting content out there, guys. They're starting to play sloppy. I mean, we're just seeing, not costly turnovers, but this just isn't the Lakers team that we've seen through the entirety of a game so far, Logan. What are you seeing from the Lakers out there in terms of sloppiness?
Yeah, I mean, we saw this kind of in the game against Nazareth in the late stages. Even though they did make a comeback, they could not cap it off in regulation. Went to overtime, and a lot of that can be attributed to miscommunication. They were not as cohesive in the second period as they were in the first. A lot of sloppy passes, a few missed chances on net that could have easily just been goals if they had a more communicative and cohesive offense. So I'm sure the ever-experienced Ed Gosick is lighting a fire under his Lakers to finish this contest strong tonight in the final period.
Yeah, going off of that, guys, how about we highlight our players to watch from before the game? How are they doing so far? Parker, I believe your Owen Watson pick scored, right? So how about you update us on your players to watch?
Yeah, Owen Watson was one of my players to watch for the Potsdam Bears. He's been super good for the Bears this season, and coming into this one, I expected him to have the same kind of outing. He had 2 assists in his last game against Canton, and this one gets a goal. He's been very good for the Bears this season. And if the Bears want to make a comeback in this game, it's going to come from number 29, Owen Watson.
For the Lakers, you had Matt McQuaid, correct?
I did, yes.
There's still time. If you go 2 for 2, we'll have to have you back on this perch.
Yes.
If you go 2 for 2. That was the deal we had with Aiden, who was here on Tuesday. He nailed both his players to watch. We expect to have him back, and you got to come back if you nail both your picks. If not, we'll never see you again. Anyways, Logan, update us on your players to watch. You've had some success too, right?
Yeah, in the first period, I had number 10, Tommy Bannister. He notched a goal as we saw. Did not enter the box score again in that second period. But if there's anything about Tommy, number 10, the senior, it's that we know he can work through this offense. He can light a fire under them. He continued his point streak, as Eddie mentioned in the pregame in that first period. He's going to look to put another one through the net in the second.
Yeah, the Lakers definitely did clean things up towards the end of the period. There's really that middle chunk of the period where we saw, that sloppiness we highlighted on. But there was a late Potsdam Bears penalty to end the period now, as the Lakers will look to start the third in a power play. So, Parker, you talked special teams earlier. Kind of break down how the Lakers have done so far.
Yeah, the Lakers on the power play have been very, very good this season. And for the Bears, their power play kill has only been 73%. The Lakers did have a power play earlier in the period, and the Bears played phenomenal defense on the power play to not let the Lakers score on the power play. But you allowed the Lakers to keep within 5 for the Lakers. But to start the period, Eddie, you're a man down. And if you look at the stats and look at the history, the Bears this season haven't been very good with killing the penalty.
You can see there the Lakers have dominated these shots on goal so far, and with the shots on goal come the goals. The Bears won't go down without a fight. But, I mean, going off of that fight, Parker, we're going to need to see more from the Potsdam Bears. However, let's see more from your Parker's Picks, right? That debut segment. We've been all about that today. So let's get another Parker's Picks update. Take it away.
Yeah, so with my picks so far, we're still 2 for 2. The Bears are at 2 goals right now. So, well, actually, they're under 2. Yeah, so they're at 2 goals. So
maybe we change the line to 2.5. We'll see if our graphics guy Mike Damaris can change that.
The Bears are at 2 goals right now. So if they don't score another one, that one will be safe. The Lakers have their power play goal. We just need Matt McQuaid to tag a goal on for the Lakers, and those picks will be 3 for 3. But it's getting close, Eddie. The Bears are at 2, and they're creeping up on that 3rd goal.
Now, if there were a Laker who I would trust to cash a parlay for you, it would be Matt McQuaid. He's been so great for the Lakers this season. I believe you said earlier he's coming off a SUNY Athlete of the Week recognition. So there's still a chance. It's just the Lakers have to limit the Potsdam Bears in this 3rd period. But you know who's been getting it done for the Bears, Logan? Mason Hone. He's got 2 points in that 2nd period. Talk to me about the play you're seeing from him so far.
Yeah, Hone is lethal. He's taking those chances where he can get them. He's an integral part of this Potsdam Bear offense, as we saw notching that goal into the 2nd period. And on the season, in 17 games played, he has 7 points. Now, 7 points, now up to 8, 4 goals, now up to 5. 40 shots on the season, one of the top shot takers for the Bears, and we're seeing that, as I said, taking chances where he can get them. He's also a dynamic piece with 14 blocks on the season. So even in the 3rd period, as the Bears try to apply more urgency, expect to see him flying around on that defensive end.
Absolutely, Logan. I love that insight from you. However, with capitalization comes the need for the Lakers to not take the foot off the gas pedal. There was an opportunity I saw late in that 2nd period. Cam Simons, not to call him out because he's had a great game, but he had the opportunity to bury another one away, and he kind of, just missed out on the opportunity. So Tommy Bannister had one as well. We're going to need the Lakers to really, what's the word I'm looking for? Have some emphasis on those opportunities. Really put this one away. It'll be early hibernation for the Potsdam Bears if they can do so. I was a Chittenango Bear in high school. I know what it means to be a Bear, and it's not losing by 5 goals. So we're going to wrap things up here for our intermission show. What's this song?
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. I'm swaying to it and I don't know it. But we'll be back after the 2nd period. We'll be back post-game right here on WTOP 10.
Oh, sorry.
Best tradition ever.
Our mics weren't even open. Welcome back to SUNY Press Box here on WTOP 10. And yeah, it has been, that was a good start, right? Everyone loves Sweet Caroline. Eddie showing his age that he didn't even know what the name of the song was.
Don't know the name Sweet Caroline? Are we serious?
Oh my God. All right, we gotta lock in. We're back to hockey. It's 7-2 Lakers here after 2. And it's been dominant. And even more importantly, 1 minute and 58 seconds of power play to start off the 3rd period. If the Lakers can convert on the power play, which they've been good at all season long, again, coming into this one, they were at 28.2% on the conversion and 11 for 39 on the power play. I mean, they've been great. So if they can continue to do this and already have knocked one in today, they could make us 8-2.
Yeah, absolutely. They're already 1 for 3 today on the power plays. They already have that big time goal that we saw earlier in this game, one of the many that we saw from the Lakers. So they absolutely have the skills and the manpower to do it. Potsdam has a very, very tough task right as we start this 3rd period of play. Lakers up 7-2. and they have just been dominating on all facets of the game. Me and Kenny have been seeing it live right here in front of us. The Lakers just showing how dominant of a SUNYAC team they can be when they are on their best work. And it is an example right here as we see a 7-2 lead going into the third period.
Well, a minute and 58 seconds of power play, 20 minutes on the clock, and we are underway for the third period of action here in the Deb. And the Lakers get it with the one-man advantage. Voslo comes storming down. This will sure to be a quick start no matter which way it goes. Voslo will pass it down. It's back over to Burke at the face-off circle. Back over to Burke again from Baker. Burke. Pass back over to Baker. Baker down low. Ryan will give it back up to Baker. Slow, methodical, the power play unit for the Lakers looking for the open lane. Baker at the blue line with it again. He'll dump down low to Gatto. Gatto's pass is poked away. And off the boards to Baker again. Gatto back to Baker. Baker behind the red line in front, poked away on the way to Burke, and it stays in the rink, and that will get knocked out of the zone. And a good start for Oswego, but a really good start for the Potsdam Bear penalty kill unit. Owen with it in the corner, and the Lakers take it back again. 1 minute remains here on the power play. Here's a pass back between the legs from Ryan over to Gatto. Back around the boards, Ryan's got it again. Justin Ryan over to Connor Gatto. Gatto at the face-off circle. Pass to Voslo in front. Burke, he shoots, he scores! And they pop the water bottle again, and it's 8-2. Lakers and Lucas, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, Kenny, this is just getting ugly at this point. Like we said, power play strength for the Lakers, one of the best in the SUNYAC, and we see it here. They're 2 for 4 on the day, 50% on that penalty percentage, and now they're up by 6 goals, and Potsdam has 18 minutes and 45 seconds to score 7 goals if they want to come back and win this one.
You can hear this Laker faithful crowd. Student section getting loud with the Lakers now up 6 goals. It's 8-2. Potsdam gets possession back in their own end. Here's a shot for Cohen, goes high, and it hit the net, but they said it didn't cross the red line. Semrad gets it back, and that was as close as it can get, and they call it a no goal. I thought that one was in for sure, but it was not in. It did not get all the way across the red line, and unfortunately, with no camera right above the net, it'll be impossible to tell, and no replays in D3 anyway, so we do play on. Gilmore with it now. Guess we'll have to play puck doesn't lie. Do the Lakers score again here? Just wide of the net. Ergo comes for it behind the goal line. Up top, Gilmore, pass around the boards, down to Simons. Bala gets it on the near side. Bala pokes it to Simons. Simons up to Gilmore. In the slot, puck loose and almost goes in behind Chinapi. But he had an eye on it. There's another shot from Bala, but too much in front, and he couldn't get it by him. And Simons gets it off the rebound for the Lakers. Ergo with it now down the far side. Ergo takes a shot down the slot again. That goes wide left of it. And down into the Oswego zone. In a way you can tell how this period has gone as it's blown dead on the icing. Just looking at the ice, look how chopped up it is in the Potsdam zone. And you look at the Oswego zone, and it's still clear from the Zambonis. So there's been a lot of time spent in that Potsdam zone. Again, comes off into the period on the power play. Obviously, that helps their case. But even after they scored the goal and everybody's back to 5-on-5, they spent all the time in the Potsdam zone. For Potsdam to have a chance to come back, they'll need 7 goals to win this thing, which make it a 9-8 game, which would be incredible. But they got to get the puck into the offensive end.
Yeah, 6-goal deficit in the third period. Really hard to keep fighting and keep that morale up if you are the Potsdam Bears and Mike Grace, the interim head coach. How do you keep your players motivated when the game is like this? Only time will tell.
Bouncing puck, rebound goes to the Bears. Good chance, but nobody there for it for Oswego. So the Bears will take it back and dump it out of the zone. They'll go for a full change. And Simpson will get it back for Oswego. Passes up to Burke. Burke with a wide open lane, backhand shot. That one is poked away by the defense. Simpson keeps it onside for the Lakers. Way out of the crease is Chinapi. but does make a good pass, and the Bears get it out of there. And here comes Potsdam now with Hohen. Hohen will charge down the near side. And the Lakers steal it back with Simpson, and Baker gets it down the far side. He'll dump it out of the zone. Gatto will chase for it. And Dahart with it. Whiffs on a couple of passes, gets it around the boards. Bannister comes off the bench and gets it for Oswego. Bannister looks for a lane. Bannister doesn't find much. He'll give it up to Gatto down near the goal line. Back up to Semrad. Semrad back over to Gatto. Gatto takes it down the slot, takes a shot, goes high. And the Bears knock it out of the zone with Hohen, and that'll force the Lakers to chase. Milberg calls for an icing, and he will get it. And it's been a dominant and quick start for this Oswego team. Spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. Again, it's crazy when you could just look at the ice and see a visible difference of the quality of the ice to know how much time you're spending in one zone as opposed to the other.
Yeah, Oswego, like you just said, even still up 6 goals in this final period, not letting off the gas. They are still trying to score here. You would think they switch into a defensive style of play, but absolutely not, says Ed Gosing. We are going to score and score and score.
Goes just high for McQuaid. He almost called it. McQuaid with it in front, and Chinappy lays on it. That one's frozen. And talking about score, just a high shot. You almost had one there, Lucas. You almost had one.
I did. I could have had a goal call there. I was super close. But yeah, great job there by Chinappy. Weather in that storm. Again, I keep saying weather in a storm. I got to think of something else to say. But a
Broadway?
good job. We could go down Broadway. But a great job by Chinappy. McQuaid right there, so close. And a really good try there. But yeah, Oswego just keeping the pressure on. They are not letting up whatsoever.
Horacek with it down low for Oswego. Campbell breaks it up. Lakers get it back. He'll pass this one up. Gilmore right in front, tangled up as Horacek couldn't get a handle on it, and the Bears get it back with Blanchard. Blanchard off the boards. He'll get hit and stolen away by McQuaid. And Matt McQuaid can't get a handle on it. Cohen lays a nice hit, and looks like we'll get into a board battle for the puck. Puck sitting right in front of the Lakers. McQuaid gets it back. McQuaid looks for a lane, poked away by the Bears. And the Bears can't get possession of it. Lakers still keep possession as they dump it down. Chinappy comes out of the crease to stop it. And Campbell will dump it all the way across the Laker wheel. And Gilmore will get it back in the on the defensive end for Oswego. Chinappy looks at Simons rushing in and makes a smart call to freeze the puck and stop play and force a face-off in the Potsdam end.
Yeah, for Oswego, they are not stopping how they have been playing all night long. And you would think maybe at some point, we'll ease up. After that first period, you don't want to ease up because you're still up 5. You have 40 minutes left. But now up 6 goals, and the clock is slowly ticking down. You would think Ed Gosek transitions into a more defensive style and a defensive mindset, but clearly not.
Simpson behind the net, in front, takes a shot as Baker. Way too much traffic in front. It still goes in, and they say no goal. They say no goal. They're waving it off. It's a no goal for the Lakers. And Simons is absolutely confused, and this crowd is in agreement.
Kenny, I'm also confused on what they're calling a no goal for. There was a big scuffle right in front of the goal in that crease. We'll see the replay here.
And it looks like he got pushed into the crease. That should be a goal.
That I totally agree should absolutely be a goal. Referees may have gotten one wrong. However, Oswego, not exactly the time that they need a goal necessarily. No. So not the biggest deal in the world for them, but still disappointing for Cam Simons, who I would assume would love another goal on his stat sheet.
Absolutely, a bit disappointing for the Laker faithful. But again, you're still up 6 goals. Not that every goal does matter, but nevertheless, looks like he was pushed into the crease. It was a no goal on what would be a crease violation, which has been an issue here before. And he got into the crease, and they just said it was a no goal. They didn't see him get pushed. Mistakes happen. I'm not I guess I'm somewhat I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm not going to say what I think. I'm just going to say we're going to keep moving on. And the Lakers are still up 6 goals.
You are a professional, Kenny. What are you talking about?
Ergo knocks it down, back into the Potsdam zone. Crowd is really getting into this one after the no goal call. Letting everybody know how they feel as that one goes up to stick of Baker all the way past Milberg. Haven't said Milberg's name much this third period, not getting much action. Baker off the glass up to Vossalo. And that'll go back to the Bears. Oswego finally goes for a full change. Back to the Oswego end. Rushing down to the Bears and can't get a shot off was Watson. And poked out of the zone by the Lakers. Pass up. Here comes Oswego. 4-on-1 rush. Burke with a shot. Goes wide. Oh, what a chance for the Lakers there, but a wide shot. Pretty much 4-on-1 and was just unable to convert.
Yeah, Kenny, that looked like a 4-on-1. They had everyone there on offense. They were just too bunched up together. Weren't able to pass the way they wanted to. And a good save there by Chinappi right off that leg guard there. An unfortunate miss for the Lakers. But again, Chinappi, really good job there battling a 4-on-1 situation.
Bannister with it now behind the net. Loses the puck. Goes back for it. Miller gets a stick on it up to Semrad. Semrad, cross-ice pass off the boards to Cooper, poked away. Gatto will chase it down low. Bears do get possession back. Everybody gets back on side, and they dump it straight into the glove of Milberg, who decides to hang on to it and freeze the play. So we'll get a face-off in the Oswego end. For Chinappi, speaking of, he has 4 goals allowed, which is the same as Perno, but does have 20 saves in a night that puts him at a 83.3% save percentage. On the other end, Brandon Milberg, 13 saves in the night, only 2 goals allowed. That puts him at an 86.7% save percentage. But what's more surprising is the total amount of shots on net. It is vastly different between these two teams, and probably an exact reason as to why Oswego is up 8-2 here in the third period.
Yeah,
Lakers.
sorry, excuse me.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Kenny, it looks like, if we're seeing this correctly, Oswego 52 shots to 37 shots on goal versus Potsdam's just 22 that they have to 15 on goal. Just really not even a comparison at this point. Oswego completely dominant on offense, and as we've seen throughout this game, even more dominant on defense with the lack of production that Potsdam has been producing all day long.
Bears with possession now on the offensive end, trying to make this thing back to a 5-goal lead as opposed to 6. Been the deficit they've been facing most commonly today. That one's up to Watson. Watson in front, shot turns around, saved by Milberg. Ed Cohen gets it out of the zone. Campbell dumps it right back into the Oswego end. Milberg comes out of net to pass it over. Gets back quickly as the Bears are rushing down and almost had a good chance to get one and catch him out of the crease. What happened earlier to Lenny Perno. Simons comes storming down for it. Cohen tries to get there, but Watson gets a stick on it first, and Watson and Cohen tangled up for the puck. And near the student section, there'll be a board battle for it. Comes out for the Bears with Hohen. Hohen will pass it over to Campbell. Campbell back over to Hohen. Hohen down the far side. Hohen looks for a lean. Loses the puck, poked away by Baker, and it's stolen away by Oswego. Fudger will get it back for the Lakers. Fudger gets it moving quickly as he's chased on the back check. Pass up to Cohen. Cohen will dump it to the far side corner. Fudger comes up for it. Campbell tries to poke it away. And Fudger really battling for the puck in front. They score again! And Ergo gets it off the redirect, and it's 9-2.
Kenny, you said earlier, puck don't lie, and we saw 2 missed goals that may have been goals, and that might have been the hockey gods right there saying, yeah, one of those was a goal, we'll give it to you. And it was Ergo who's able to capitalize on that opportunity. Really, really nice goal from him. We're getting a little repetitive. We've said so many players with a nice goal, a beautiful goal, a startling goal, absolutely phenomenal play from the Lakers. So unbelievably dominant through not even 3 periods of play. 9-2 lead is absurd, Kenny.
7-goal lead for Oswego. Just over halfway left here in the third. This one will be blown dead. Looks like something. It's going to be a slashing call.
Yeah, penalty on Oswego. Chinappi was sprinting out of the crease there. Doesn't get very far before the Zebras call that one. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for Potsdam. And hey, this is a chance for Potsdam to show that they're not going down without a fight. They can get a goal here, maybe go down with a little bit of life, because at this point, yeah, I mean, nothing is up in or everything's up in the wind, but at this point, you got to think Oswego's got this one in the bag. Even with 12 minutes left on the clock, they just are too dominant all over Potsdam.
So Colin Vassalo heads to the penalty box. It gives Potsdam the 5-on-4 for the next minute and 48 seconds as they'll get it back. And back around the boards it goes. Baker chasing down. knocked down in the Oswego zone. Again, Lakers back on the penalty kill after Connor Vossalo gets caught for the slashing. Michael Ergo announces the goal scorer for the last goal for the Lakers. And we said a beautiful goal on the redirect, went right through the 5-hole of Chinappy. 7-goal lead for Oswego, and obviously Potsdam wants any chance in this one. They're really going to need a goal here on this power play. Back out of the zone it goes. The penalty kill unit continues to fire on all cylinders for this Lakers squad. Getting it down low is Clano for Potsdam. And Dahart Wood has it now for the Bears. Dahart Wood take it across. The Laker wheel down the near side. Back around the boards. Semrad and Burke get there first, trying to knock it out of the zone, but it's kept on side by Potsdam. But they'll take possession back shorthanded, and out of the zone it goes again. And Dahart will get it back in the Potsdam zone. Here comes Gatto on the back check, trying to poke it away, and it's stolen away by Semrad. Lakers have possession shorthanded, back into the Potsdam zone, and Oswego will go for a change and swap out the penalty killed unit on the ice with just about 30 seconds left of the Potsdam power play.
Yeah,
Campbell with it now.
Just a beautiful job by Oswego on this power play, doing everything they can, absolutely suffocating, and Potsdam just not getting anything here as the clock ticks down. Still really struggling to even get shots on goal, and there's another clear. That one should finish out this power play. Brilliant, brilliant job by the Lakers. Even when they're up 9-2, they're still playing extremely hard, and a really, really great job.
And Oswego returns to full strength. They'll kill off the penalty, but they'll score right after as the Bears. They get them top side as they were coming in right after the power play. And it won't count as a power play goal, but nevertheless a goal for the Bears. And not much of a celebration on their side, still down 9-3, but nevertheless it is a good goal.
Yeah, that was a really, really great goal. Potsdam coming off that power play. And I guess the little bit of confusion there from the Lakers was all they needed. And just a brilliant, brilliant goal, top corner, able to find him, picture perfect, boom, right by Milberg. And that's a pretty, pretty goal right there.
Gets him top side on the glove side and makes it 9-3. Lakers still with a 6-goal lead, but Potsdam not converting on the power play. Cohen takes a shot that goes off of the net, not in the net. Cohen gets it back in the corner again off the rebound. He'll pass it past Horacek and up to Cooper. Cooper looks for a pass. He's swarmed by the Bears. He'll dump it around the boards over to Horacek. Horacek pass up to Semrad near the blue line. Semrad takes a shot and it's blocked by McCabe. And out of the zone it goes. It'll force the Lakers to reset. And the Bears will dump this high into the air and back over past Bala and into the Laker end. This one will be blown dead on the icing.
At this point, Kenny, there's only so much we can say. Oswego and Potsdam still battling it out. We got a little less than 9 minutes to go, but I love that Potsdam is still fighting, still doing their absolute best to cut into this lead. And I love it. You don't want to make Oswego look good. It's a 9-3 game already. You don't want them to get any higher. And if you can cut into that a little bit, absolutely. And I love that Potsdam is still fighting hard on both defense and offense and keeping that physical play up. Very, very impressive from them.
Oswego keeps it in the offensive end. Pass is broken up in front, though, by Felix. And we'll have a board battle for it once again. Lucas, they always say you want to play till the final whistle, and that's something this Oswego team has done all year long. And you saw it in their game against Plattsburgh that was here when they got that buzzer beater goal, which seems near impossible in hockey, but nevertheless they did get that. So this team is one that will not quit no matter what the score is, whether they're down or up. And chasing it down low is Dahart for Potsdam. Lakers go for a full change. That one goes off the glove of Milberg, and he'll poke it away from the crease as Watson was chasing it down low for Potsdam. Gilmore gets it back. He'll pass it up to Bannister, but it's poked away. Baker recovers after the poke. And Hohen gets it for Potsdam. Passes it off the boards down the near side. Gilmore dumps it off the boards up to Vossalo. And this one will be blown dead.
Yeah. Clock is just ticking down now for both of these teams, trying to find any ounce of energy left that they can. You know both of these teams are tired. It has been fast, action-paced all night long for both of these squads. Really, really true testament to Division III hockey.
7:42 left here in the third period. Lakers get it in their own end. Trying to get it across the blue line, they do. Ryan whiffs on it. Potsdam gets possession for a second. Siri couldn't keep a stick on it. Voslo steals it back. In the offensive end, Voslo still chasing for the puck. And on the back check, Potsdam wasn't allowed it to happen. And this one's blown dead. Penalty coming. Going to be, looks like against Oswego. Voslo was fired up.
Voslo doesn't look too happy there. He looked a little confused on that call. And then gets a little chippy with some Potsdam players as he's leaving their end of the ice. So it looks like Voslo will be taking a seat in the sin bin, as it is referred to. No, excuse me, no. Just a
power play for Oswego.
Yeah,
it was
never
against
mind.
Potsdam.
We were completely wrong. Voslo was just confused. I guess he was just a little upset there as we see the replay.
Got him on the hold.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
They get him on the hold, so it is a power play for Oswego. On our end, it did look like it was going to be against the Lakers. Shot puck loose in front. Rebound shot. Nobody's able to get it off as it's knocked away from in front of the crease and out of the slot. And the Bears will take it down the near side, shorthanded. Milberg comes way at a net to pass it over. On the back check is Hohen. And again, for another minute and 37 seconds, it'll be 5-on-4 for the Lakers, trying to make their 10th goal of the game. Double-digit scores in hockey are very rare to see, so we'll see if it happens in this one after this power play. Here comes Bannister. Bannister will pass it over to Miller off the boards. Miller pass back over to Cohen. Cohen at the face-off circle. Looks for a lane, can't find one. He'll pass it straight back up to Cooper. Cooper over to Bannister. Back to Cooper. Pass down the slot to McQuaid. McQuaid can't get the shot off. Cooper keeps it on side of the blue line for Oswego. Cooper looks for a shot. Broken up by the Bears, and they'll get it out of the zone. Knocked down by McQuaid, so doesn't go as far, but he's chased down by Felix. Felix on the back check, pokes it away, but McQuaid gets possession. McQuaid will take it down past his own bench. McQuaid down the near side. McQuaid at the circle. Pass in front, but it's poked away by the Bears. Cohen gets possession. Big hit against the boards. You could even feel it up here. Bannister skates down low. They'll give it up to Ryan. Justin Ryan. Shot from Voslo. That's blocked by Daugherty. McQuaid gets it, though, off the rebound. 30 seconds left of the power play. Justin Ryan with it again. He'll pass it over. McQuaid sets it up in front. Goes off the skater Ryan, unable to get off the pass. And Bannister keeps it on sides. Bannister centering pass, but it goes off the skate of a Bear, and Baker keeps it on side again for the Lakers. 10 seconds left of the power play before the Bears return to full strength. Back over to Baker again. Baker's pass goes into the chest of Chinappy, and this one is blown dead as he stood straight up on his skates and leaves 1 second of the power play left. So this will pretty much be puck drop, and then Potsdam will skate back into full strength.
Yeah, really good job there by Potsdam. They battled hard during that power play, took a couple of shots right off of the bat, but overall did a very, very good job, and it is still 9-3 after that power play. And some people might have been expecting a goal from this Lakers squad that has been so dominant when it comes to the power plays. And a very, very good job from Potsdam killing that one.
And the penalty is killed off as Potsdam does return to full strength. Will not convert on the power play as Oswego. Convert on a couple of them today. Still up 9-3 here with just north of 5 minutes left here in the third period. And for Potsdam at this point, not going to take quite a miracle, but it would take a lot of quick goals and mainly need to get on offense. But Gilmore has it, takes a shot down the slot straight into the glove of Chinappy.
Yeah, Oswego taking a look now, they've absolutely blown their season high in goals out of the water. They scored 6 against Elmira on January 3rd. Kenny, I think they did a little bit better than that tonight. Big 9 there on the board, pushing for double digits like you said. But an absolutely phenomenal day for them overall. And I mean, 9 goals. How often are we seeing that in a hockey game?
Not very often as Simons gets it off the face-off in the Potsdam zone. Here's Fudger. This one's blown dead. Penalty looks to be coming. Going to be, I mean, at this point, it's got to be against Oswego. I would be surprised if it's not. Nope, they have the Potsdam door open, so it will be against the Bears. And that's going to be Daugherty Wood, it looks like, heading to the penalty box. Unsure of the call. I didn't see the hand signals. I won't say anything, so I don't know.
That's just frustration and upsetness from Daugherty Wood. Unfortunately for the Bears, they're just getting chippy now. They're annoyed that they're down by 6 goals, which rightfully so, anyone would. But you got to be careful, and you can't cost your team more goals late if something like this happens, and then it ends up being his fault that he got a power play, or he let up, he got a penalty, and a power play comes on, and now it might not have been needed, and all of a sudden the Lakers have 10 goals now instead of 9. You got to be careful with the chippiness, even when you're down by this much.
Refs convening, everybody talking it out on the ice. A couple of Lakers look confused, but nevertheless they get explained to. Refs explaining to each coach. We'll get a face-off at center ice. 2 minutes go on the clock. Lakers go on the power play, 5-on-4 advantage. With 4:48 left in this game, that'll only leave about 2 minutes and 48 seconds left for Potsdam of 5-on-5, pending the Lakers do not score a goal here on the power play. Lakers looking for their 10th goal of the game. The number 4 team in the country in the USCHO poll has been dominating today and showing why they are a force to be reckoned with in a conference with Hobart, who is taking sound possession of first place, has a 2-point lead against the Lakers. Oswego with 20 points in the SUNYAC this season keeps them in second behind Hobart, who has 22. Only team that Oswego's lost to in the SUNYAC would be Hobart. Hobart still undefeated. Here's Oswego now with the puck on the power play. Semrad gets it poked away from him, and that's knocked out of the zone by Hohen. Fudger will chase for the Lakers. Puck rolling down the ice into the corner, and Fudger watches it drop as they'll set up the offensive movement. Here come the Bears on the back check. Short-handed. Felix flying around the ice for Potsdam has been very good on the penalty kill unit for Potsdam today. Vossalo back over to Ryan. Ryan around the boards over to Vossalo. Vossalo will pass it over. Burke up to Bala. Bala at the face-off circle. Here's Gilmore, looks down the slot, decides to pass to Burke. Cross-ice pass, whiffs on the shot as Colin Vossalo goes off the leg of the referee and back over to Vossalo. Bala with it now. Over to Gilmore. Burke at the face-off circle with it again. Whiffs again as Vossalo on the shot. Same play, didn't work out twice in a row for the Lakers. Leaves 30 seconds of the 5-on-4 for Oswego. Off the boards to Gilmore. Back to Burke. Back over to Gilmore. Gilmore looks for a pass, doesn't take it, lets it reset. He'll take a shot. That one goes off the pad of Chinapi. Vossalo pass down low. Looks for a shot in front. Puck still loose and rebounded by Vossalo. Just a couple seconds left on the clock, and that goes under the stick of Bala, and that will kill off the penalty. And the Lakers will not convert in the power play as Potsdam returns to full strength. Here comes Gatto now, takes a shot, goes high. Miller comes down for the rebound, back over to Gatto. Bannister gets it knocked away from him. Simpson get a stick on it. Here comes a chance for Potsdam now, backhand pass. Watson looks for a shot, takes it around, backhander, nobody there for the pass, and poked out of the zone. A good chance for Watson and the Bears. Watson trying to get his second goal of the game, was unable to do it there. Here's Campbell with it now at the wheel. Campbell over to Gatto, who takes it away for Oswego. Hyen gets a stick on it. And Patrick Hyen with it now for Oswego. Hyen will pass up to Bannister. Here comes Tommy Bannister storming down the ice. He'll go from blue line to blue line. And off around the boards it goes. Lakers go for a full change with less than 2 minutes remaining here in this one. Stops right at the Laker wheel. McQuaid gets it back. McQuaid takes it through the zone. Near the goal line, poked away by Chinapi. Bears get possession back. Voracek steals it away. Cohen takes a shot, and then pass to McQuaid goes just wide. It was wide open in the slot, couldn't get it off. Here's Cooper again, back over to Semrad. Semrad takes a shot, but too much traffic in front for it. Lakers keep possession in the offensive end, not letting the pressure up. They'll take a shot that's blocked again. Here comes Semrad now. Semrad gets it poked away and across the blue line. That'll force a full reset for Oswego with just about 1:20 remaining here in this one. Cooper takes a big shot into the glove of Chinapi, who does not elect to freeze it, then does as Cohen comes down. He had it in his glove and decided to drop it and then pick it right back up. And man, we're looking around the SUNYAC, I can see, and I see one score that's standing out. Skidmore's up 10-1.
If I told you, I was going to say, if I told you that the Lakers didn't have the highest score tonight in the SUNYAC Conference, would you believe me?
No.
But here we're seeing it. Skidmore up 10-1 on Morrisville, and they're not even halfway through their third period, Kenny. Absolutely absurd.
Well, Potsdam does get possession back. Oswego, I mean, getting another goal could possibly make them the highest scoring team in the SUNYAC, but I guess not with Skidmore. Less than a minute remains here in the third period, and this one is just about over. Oswego with possession. I don't think they're going to try and give up before the whistle. They're going to try and notch one more in. Fudger playing keep away. Tries to keep it all by himself. Puck was loose for a second, but the Bears take it back with Hohen. Hohen will take it down the near side and dump it around the boards. Gilmore comes storming down for it. Lays a big hit on McCabe. And the Lakers get possession back once again as Simons gets tripped going for it. And Bala will regain possession for Oswego with 30 seconds left to go in this one. And Daughtert Wood will dump it off the boards. Looks for a pass. Nobody there. Bala pokes it away. And back up to Daughtert. Daughtert takes a shot in front, but that goes just wide. Loose lumber on the ice, and this one will be blown dead as McQuaid frees it with 13.7 seconds left to go. And here's something that's important to talk about here, Lucas, for Oswego. Vossloh has 2 goals. He's the only one with multiple goals, so every other goal has come from a different Laker. Wow. So when you look at the stat sheet, you've got Simons with a goal, Semrat, Burke, Ergo, Cohen, Ryan, and Bannister all getting a goal, and Vossloh notching 2. So this team has been sharing the love and getting it around everywhere. It's impressive how not just one player in this team was so dominant. Crowd gets amped for this as Ryan was on a rush, but it gets poked away by the Bears, and a neutral ice. Semrad will just keep it away and knock it back to his man, as that will do it. And the Oswego State Lakers win in demanding fashion over the Potsdam Bears, 9-3, a 6-goal victory and a season-high 9 goals scored.
Yeah, Kenny, there's not a lot that we can talk about with this game other than that was dominant by this Oswego Lakers squad and a fantastic message for the rest of the SUNY. We are here, we are one of the top teams, and they showed against Potsdam that they are second to none.
You know, when I made my pick today, I thought maybe 5 goals is a stretch. That's a lot of goals to score in a game. Not in any world did I expect to see 12 total goals between 2 squads, 9 for Oswego and 3 for Potsdam. So let's look at the season now after this one's over. Oswego moves to 14-2-2 overall, still sitting at number 4 in the USCHO poll. Have a game tomorrow. Polls aren't decided until Monday, so that's not going to change anytime soon. 6-1-2 at home is now moves to 7-1-2 at home as Oswego. They move to 11-1 in conference and have 22 total points. And what I believe is Hobart having the lead in their game tonight, they'll continue to hold second place with Hobart moving up to 24 points if they can secure the victory. Oswego moves on to a win streak. They'll get 1 win. And that, for Potsdam, down to 7-10-1. They move to 4-6-1 in conference and stay at 6. Now, here's something that has changed in the SUNYAC this year. In recent years, 6 teams total made it. First and second seed got a bye and to play Saturday. The rest of the teams play Tuesday or Wednesday night. Nuh-uh. You want to win the SUNYAC championship this year, you have to win 3 games like everybody else. Top 4 teams get a home game. 8 teams of the 10 make the playoffs.
Yeah, there's no easy path to the to the championship. It's as simple as that. You make the playoffs, you're playing 3 games, and it is as simple as that for this Lakers squad.
And they announce the stars of the game. Drake Semrad announced as the 3rd star of the game. Number 2 star of the game, Ryan Burke, announced as a 2-star.
Very, very earned. 2 studs.
And as we wait for, well, it's going to be Colin Vossloh because he scored 2 goals. So there's Vossloh announced the 1-star of the game. But we got Emily Mike down on rinkside with the head coach, Ed Gosick, for more. Emily, Ed, take it away.
And hello, I'm here with Coach Ed Gosick, riding off the win from tonight. So I just want to reinforce that young talent bit again. 4 of the 9 players who have scored tonight are all sophomores. So, I mean, would you say that you're proud of your young talent tonight?
It's just all in all, I mean, the sophomores obviously are a big part of our team, the number that we have. But just all in all, after Tuesday night, we were disappointed in how we played, our lack of intensity, our lack of cohesiveness. So tonight was certainly a step in the right direction. I thought we played a pretty solid 60 minutes. There were points in the game that obviously we could have been better, but we limited our opponent's opportunities. We were, found the net tonight, and just a solid performance by our D and our forwards.
100%. And going off of that, I mean, coming out of this, the tie with the shootout loss on Tuesday, how do you plan to turn this win into, gain that momentum for hopefully a winning streak going forward?
Well, we have 4 weekends left here, and we're down to 7 games. You don't want to limp into the playoffs. You want to be building positive momentum. Players understand that. And tonight was, we've been in work in progress all year. I know our record, speaks for what it is, but we haven't been pleased. We don't feel that we've hit our stride or played to our ability level. So I think tonight was a step in the right direction. Again, just the little things, the habits, the fundamentals that we need to continue to improve.
100%. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to throw it back to you guys, Kenny and Lucas.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Ed. And absolutely correct. I mean, only a few weekends left to go here in Oswego. Only a few more games for each team. We've talked a little bit now at the end about playoffs and every game. I mean, all season long, of course. There's not many games played, so they all matter a lot. But especially when you get later into the season, they start to matter just a little bit more. And now they're going to be down 2 points again to Hobart. Still not able to beat them in that one game, so it keeps them back. And Hobart holds sole possession. But you want to know who they play next week? Hobart.
I think I know who.
Hobart.
In the
Hobart
cooler.
In the cooler
Very tough game.
on Friday night. Then they come back here and play Geneseo, who was in the UCHC, was in the SUNYAC. So two teams that swapped conferences, essentially. Hobart came from the UCHC over to the SUNYAC, and then vice versa for Geneseo. So for the Lakers, dominant 9-2 win. 9-3, sorry. Long day, a lot of goals.
Yeah, it's a lot, way too many goals for Oswego. We'll take a quick look around the SUNYAC now. Hobart, like we talked about, they're going to get the win. They're up 5-1 on Canton right now. Skidmore, I don't know what was in their water today, but 10-1, they're up on Morrisville. Plattsburgh and Cortland are tied 2-2 right now, and then Bluff State is up 4-3 on Fredonia. So like you said, there is crazy stuff happening all over New York in the SUNYAC. Some really, really fun play, I'm sure, is coming up. And like you said, 8 teams making the SUNYAC, which means all of these games matter even more than they already did as we enter these final few weekends. Every single conference game matters for these teams because you can still sneak in with this new 8-team lineup.
Yeah, I haven't done the math yet, but it can't be that far away from clinching spots for Hobart and Oswego, who are dominant, at least clinching a spot into the playoffs. It doesn't seem likely that they could drop down to the 8th seed at all. It seems very, or the 9th seed, actually. So it seems very unlikely. But again, plenty of hockey left to go. We will be here again tomorrow night when the Lakers take on the Kangaroos of Canton. But that's going to do it for us here in the press box. We're going to look at some highlights from the game, and then you're going to be joined by our post-game show over on The Perch. Thanks for watching Hockey Night in Oswego. I've been Kenny. That's been Lucas.
Well, I always say it, you got to look good to play good, and the Lakers in those beautiful yellow alternate jerseys put up 9 goals on the visiting Potsdam Bears. What a game, guys. What a game. Once again, Eddie McAlpine with Logan Weingartner, Parker Voris, and Emily Mike joining us now for our post-game show, guys. What are our thoughts after that impressive performance?
Yeah, I mean, Lakers really just dominated all around. If you watch the second period, the Bears had sort of came back or made a valiant effort to. They put up 2 goals on the board, which are countered by 2 Oswego goals, but it was really that third period that elevated Oswego to a brand new level. They put on 47 shots on goal. They were 2-5 on power plays. We cited their strength on the power play in the pregame show, and they did just that. They were very strong on that. They won 40 faceoffs as opposed to Potsdam's 22. Again, really just dominated in all areas, especially in the closing third period.
Absolutely. Parker, what are you thinking?
Yeah, the Lakers just dominated this game from the jump, like we talked about. this entire game. They started out the game with 5 goals, and they did let up a bit, but ending with 9. But still, a just dominant performance throughout. They dominated in every category: shots on goal, on the power play. They converted 2 for 5, and just all around a very dominant performance. Coming off a tie against Nazareth in your home barn, you come here into this game, you get a win. It's going to be good momentum going forward for the Lakers.
I totally agree with you. Now, there's got to be nobody happier right now than Coach Ed Gosick, like you said, bouncing off of that tie or the loss on Tuesday, coming into a dominant win tonight. I mean, Emily, you had the chance to catch up with Coach Gosick. What was his main point, his big takeaway coming off the win tonight?
That even though they did win tonight, that there is still work to be done. I think it's really easy, after a win, after you're up in the first period, to get complacent, to get, maybe a little bit sluggish, but I think that's the exact opposite of their goal going forward.
Coach Gosick definitely happy with the outcome tonight. Now, there's some SUNYAC implications with this matchup, Parker, as these are 2 conference opponents. What can you tell me about what this game means for the approaching SUNYAC season?
Yeah, for the Lakers, it keeps them solidly in that second place spot. They're right behind Hobart in the SUNYAC standings. And for Potsdam, it's going to be a struggle going forward. This was a game that they need to come in and win. And Potsdam is currently 6th in the SUNYAC. And they're going to have to come into the rest of their games this season to try and win. They really struggled tonight as we look at the screen. Over 2 on power plays, only 25 shots attempted. And they won the penalty guys for 10 minutes tonight. And something that I touched on before the game started, in their last game against the Oswego State Lakers, Potsdam only had 3 penalties. And coming in this one, they got to clean it up. They did not do that. 4 penalties tonight against the Lakers, and the Lakers capitalized, 5. The Lakers capitalized twice on that.
Yeah, Parker, what stands out to me there is that goalie save percentage, 85%. It's kind of below what we expect here at the SUNYAC. But on the other end of that, Logan, Brandon Milberg held his own once again. Are we going to see more of him down the stretch? Talk to me about Brandon Milberg.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, in a lot of Oswego State Laker games, we had saw freshman Michael Manzi climb up the depth chart, start a lot of games for the Lakers. However, this one, after Milberg's great performance last game being subbed in for Manzi was bumped down to 3rd string, while McCarthy 2nd, and obviously Milberg 1st. He put on a very efficient performance, saving 14 of the around 20 shots that Potsdam put on goal. .824 save percentage, and who has only allowed now 2.1 career goals. So in his junior year with the Lakers, he's putting up a very good effort. And I think if you're Coach Gosick, you really got to stick maybe with Milberg for the rest of the season. He's just absolutely stout, has been tonight, and obviously his confidence has gone through the roof these last 2 games.
Absolutely. It was Luciano Chinapi coming in relief for the Potsdam Bears, and he held his own too, similar to that role Brandon Milberg played for the Lakers just a few games ago. But now as Milberg slides into that starting opportunity, we'll see what Luciano Chinapi can do for his Potsdam Bears as the SUNYAC playoffs approach. Parker, finally, I want to get one last update on Parker's picks. It was looking promising as we entered that 3rd period, but I'll let you break the bad news to those who placed your parlay.
So unfortunately, if you did place a parlay, you would not have come out a victor tonight. McQuaid wasn't able to get it done. He had a goal in his last 3 out of his last 5 games, and the Lakers did score on the power play twice tonight, but the Bears, Eddie, Logan, and Emily got 3 goals tonight. It said Bears under 2, but the Bears scored 1 in the 3rd period, so Parker's picks went 1 for 3 tonight. Hopefully next time we can go 3 for 3.
1 for 3, not bad. It's funny, I actually nailed my picks. We forgot to put a graphic in, but I had my pregame picks. I picked 13 Lakers to record a point, 6 Lakers to have 2 points tonight. There's just no proof. You have to believe me on that. But
I don't believe that.
I think that's going to do it for us. I'm going to end on that. My prediction was perfect. Make sure you head to Tully's and get $5 off an order of $25 or more with the Lakers not scoring more than 4 goals. They scored 9, so that definitely includes the deal. Guys, we're back tomorrow for the Saturday slate of games. We've got the Lakers taking on the Canton Kangaroos. They'll be hopping into town for our next matchup right here on WTOP 10. Lakers take this one 9-3. Potsdam picks up their 15th loss of the season, and we'll be back tomorrow right here on WTOP 10 TV.